Welcome everyone. It is the Mario Kart World Cup Finals. Japan versus France. Right now, looks like France are just warming up at the moment, but they are awaiting the room to be open very, very soon. We will see that shortly. We have three POVs. We have Wuwei's. This is our first POV. We have Starlo. We're going to have Kusan as well. So, we're going to have triple the action compared to normal. It's going to be a blast. A classic Mario Kart showdown for the World Cup. I cannot wait. So let me let everyone know we're live. Hello, Sancharo. Oh no, Waze has been owned. So I wonder if the six in the room right now for France are actually in the lineup. So I think it might be Ostras, Starlord, obviously, Saru, Blomdiar, Valor. I don't know if Ostras is in. Maybe the same lineup as yesterday that they used against USA. We'll have to see. But so far, we just await the French side to join. Let me put up a poll real quick. How will this series go? Will France 2-0 Japan? Will they 2-1 Japan? Oh, Kusan's finally alive. We can do that. Okay. No. Oh, yes. Will Japan beat France 2-0? Or 2-1 then? Isn't it best of 5 now? I don't think they agreed on that. Yeah, I think they would have announced something like that. They were thinking about doing it. But I don't think it ever panned out. Yeah. I'm almost positive that it did not turn out that way. Okay, seems like Kusan's hosting. And he will be... Okay, why does this look off? It needs to be like this, and then a little bit smaller. Right, that's good. Okay. on the Wii World Cup, that was hype. I imagine. But yeah, we're sticking to the best of 3, I'm pretty sure. I know nobody's asked, but in terms of who I'm rooting for, I want Team France to win. Not just because one of their teammates is on my team, but actually that's probably the main reason. But I don't know. I just feel like Japan has always been stacked to the brim. They've always been like a juggernaut, so... France, on paper, by the way, I think France would be the underdogs, but wars are not played on paper, and they're not played in lounge either, so... I don't know, I think France have a good chance of winning. Like, I'd say... I'd give Japan, like, 60-40 to win it. But it's very close. And if you watch any of the semifinals match with Spain versus... Oh, also, this is off too. Why is this kind of off? Is it the same here? Looks like Starlow's starting, but I think Huawei's has a delay on, which is fine. Oh, he has colon! We don't want to hear French. I'll put it really low. It'll help maybe hear their shocks and stuff. But yeah, I'd give Japan like a 60-40, but against their match, or with their match against Spain, they were very beatable. Because Spain only lost by 20 points in Game 3, so... I wonder, does this have call on? Okay, it does, yeah. Trying to put this on 2%. Bro. Okay, whatever, who cares? And so it begins, the World Cup final! France versus Japan. France in the blue, Japan in the red. Popoff deciding to back through blue ways, his greens. And those nanas do connect onto a ways. He's going to get a green trade. Just kidding. Japan lags straight through it. And now Waze is having to play from the back. But for this track, it's not too bad. We see Popoff back here as well. A lot of mixed fronts presence. But France does take out some of Japan. Now they have top 3 and top 4 have a big breakaway from the pack. So, a very, very good start for France. Waze misses the box, which could have been a potential shock pull, but for now, he's going to get a box 11. Waze decides to build up straight away. Just get to the front. First now has a big breakaway. He's not going to be caught for a long time unless he does get redded, I think. And there was a ghost in first as well. So now it's a lot closer. Looks like top 2, 5, 6, but Japan do fail, so now France take over 4. Waze does take a boomerang, does not hit out what I believe was Kusan. A lot of nanas for Waze does take out the Japan member, but he gets netted himself. Bomb takes out Popoff, but a lot of top spots for France. Waze decides to go for the disc and not for the box. Can he get this shortcut at the end? Oh no, he fails it. Still 1, 3, 4, 5 though for France. And he is going to take last, bottom 2 for France. Still a good race overall, but it's not going to be as big as it could have been had Waze made the final NISC. It's going to be about a plus 10 for France, plus 8. Curious what you guys think of this match. I'm going to end this poll after, like, 3 races, I'd say. So get your votes in if you haven't already. This is going to be a good one. I think it can go any way. It seems like you guys agree. Seems like they're going for Salty Speedway. And Japan are already busting out their best track in Mario Kart World, Dandelion Depths. They love that track to death. Have practiced both the top paths to potentially outrun any team. But it doesn't happen this time. We're getting Salty Speedway for race 2. Well, Way starting from the back is actually pretty good for this track, because he gets to do the double charge jump for free. Does decide to play it safe. It's triple mushrooms. And does make it through. He's having to burn all 3 of his mushrooms to get into their box. Does get more shrooms, though. Japan has triple shrooms in top 2. Pretty lucky for them. They're top 2-4 at the moment. Well, Waze might go for a red. Oh, he does now. After getting hit. Oh, he goes for the bomb snipe. That's gonna not land. Well, Waze doesn't make the Nisk either, so Japan are gonna have a top 4 at the moment, but Salty has a lot of comeback potential, especially on lap 3, so it's definitely not over just yet. Japan might want to consider sending one of their members to Schlag the mid spots to get themselves a bigger breakaway, but France have infiltrated that top 4. Now they're only top 2 are Japan, or maybe top 3. I think it's their top 3, but it's very close still. Gold show only for Waze. He's going to be able to bag for France at the next item set if he so desires. He might go for a 9th place box, though, or even 8th to risk a golden. He does get 4 mushrooms, and it seems like Japan have given themselves a pretty decent-sized breakaway in the top 4. Waze, though, hoping to pull something pretty good. Japan might already have shock with the fact that the biddy's so far behind. And they might just be holding this till the very end. Or they could go for a top path shock here. Nope. The biddy actually had Bill in last. Bill for Waze. He's going to use it straight away. Japan still holding down top 3 at the moment. He does take out one of Japan in the top 3, so it's not going to be a top 3 for Japan this time. Oh, an unfortunate box hit from Waze is going to lose him a couple spots here. That's another race where it could have gone better for Waze, but we see Japan take top 2, 4, 6. It's going to be a race that puts them over the top into the lead by about 6 to 10 points. Let's see. Yep, they're up 6. We're going to switch over to Kusan now. Put the comms on a little bit as well. Why not? Okay. Bowser's Castle for Team France. Or maybe this was probably a Japan selection, and then Kusan just indiv picked SMH, my head. Why would he do such a thing? Okay, why? Okay, that's better. Alright. Which team are you rooting for? I'm rooting for France. But honestly, I'm rooting way more for 3 games than anything. Oh, interesting way to do the shortcut. Kusan decides to do an air trick before hitting the sign. I don't know what that could possibly help with, but Kusan does have a ghost in first place. He's opting to go around to potentially steal Waze's shrooms in first. Interesting decision, but he's going to steal them. And Waze is going to be stuck in the lava. Top 2 for Japan, maybe even top 3. Kusan shrooms up. Has 1 mushroom left for the blue shell in first place. Japan dominating the front these second and third races. Let's see if France can do anything about it. He's going for the air trick again. It looks like it's a little bit safer, maybe. It gets him more consistently, like a further launch, I guess. It's interesting. But he decides to play it safe on this Nisk as well. He doesn't do any fast version of it. Purple looks like he did. Looks like Japan now have taken over top 3. No defense for Kusan, but that doesn't really matter when his teammates are both behind him. We might see a bunch of France take over the mid spots, though. Top 4, though, now for Japan. France, the only thing they can have here to interrupt this is the shock, and they have a build going on in last place, so they don't have it to TS Japan. They are going to make it across the Nisk with no worries. And it seems like a lot of France failed the shortcut as well, so they're going to be bottom 3 heading into the set. Could be good for their prospects at shock, but for coming back, not so much. Now, one of France also failing the second shortcut. Bunch of Japan up here. Top 3, 5, 6, 7 for Japan. Are they going to be able to spam a last-second shock here to recover some spots? It doesn't look like it. Japan might just have a huge lead to start off the World Cup final. Top 5, 8 for Team Japan. They are going to put themselves out to about a 60-point lead. Or 50, not 60. 42, not even close. Still, pretty huge for Japan. It's going to be hard to reverse this momentum that they've got going, but it all takes one race. Japan have been absolutely dominant so far, so let's switch back to Starlo now. Okay, they do have call on. It's a lot softer, so I can just do that. Are they going Crown City? What track are they possibly thinking of here? Mario Circuit? Seems like it makes sense. I would want to have some top presence here for Mario Circuit. Okay, maybe he switched up last second. Yeah, it was Crown City and... Okay, so mix between those two. Looks like Japan are going to get their track pick, though. If Japan keeps the top presence on Shy Guy Bazaar at the beginning, this could be match-changing. It's a very, very important start to this race. It seems like Starlo is their only top 6 spot, so he's going to have to do some damage here. Let's see if he can do anything. And no, he doesn't even make it onto the rail. So Japan seem like they've failed a lot, actually, in the front. Now France have a lot of the mid spots right away. Bottom 2, actually, for Japan. They do make turn skip and have second. Now Japan are only about 1-4 at the moment, but Starlo does get redded. Not going to be able to infiltrate the front himself, but can his teammates? Top 2 for now for Japan. 8th place box for Starlo. Is it a gold shell? This could actually be very useful on the rail here. If he is able to keep it. Throws the gold shell up. Is not going to actually connect onto anybody. Just a little bit too late. His teammate was in front of him. He wasn't able to use it properly. Top 3 now for Japan. Can Starlo infiltrate, though? He's not going to go for a box here. He's going to opt to just try to use speed to catch up. Kusan, though, pulls triple reds, is able to schlag out Starlo. Now top 4 for Team Japan. This is going to be tough to break through now. Popoff is looking to answer. He doesn't have any mushrooms to do so, but a boomerang could take out Team Japan. Now Starlo is back into 3rd. Has one shot of the boomerang. Can he do anything with this? Probably not, but now France do have 3-4. He could go for a long shot boomerang on the rails here. But Popoff decides to build up in 4th place. Top 2-4 for Japan. He might take out 4th here. And he does not Just a little bit of lag. Or maybe he actually did. Yeah, he did. Now, Papas is in second place. A lot of France coming up here at the end, but he greens out his teammate. Oh, and there's a horn at the line as well. That might have been top 2 now for Japan, but maybe that's Popov or someone else of France in second place, and that was just a trade. Oh, that was a trade, and a good trade at that. 2, 3, 4, 5 for France. That was a very, very good recovery. Japan at one point had top 4 late into lap 2, and not only did they infiltrate that, but they managed to take over the majority of top spots. Well done by France to stay in it. Now they're only down about 30. I'm going to keep switching back and forth, because why not? We're going to go back to Waze. He is the biggest delay out of the 3 POVs, but that's okay. We can wait. What are France going to pick here? 4, 2 through 5, I wonder.
Du coup, pour celle-ci, les deuxièmes box, si on ralentit, elles sont cheat, ok?
Okay, Wario Shipyard. This could be interesting. I think this can go so many different ways at the start that it's not even really worth trying to figure out who's going to be at the tops here. Because it's really all down to who pulls mushrooms. Seems like Waze and Popoff might have got boxes there. Feathers actually looks terrible for Waze, but he's actually able to use this feather quite nicely onto the rail here if he knows the feather shortcut. I think he might know it. Okay, he decides to actually hold it. I would have personally used the feather in that shortcut, but he might use it for this one instead. Yep. Does get trailed out by his own teammate, unfortunately, but he does have 2 reds to take out Team Japan, who are only first at the moment, and it looks like he did hit him, so France are now what appears to be 1-6 only. Well, Waze, for some reason, decides to let... Okay. His teammate did have triple reds. That does make a little bit more sense. I was going to say, they don't have much top presence, so going that slow is not going to work out a lot of the time, but might have connected a red or 2 onto Team Japan there. Makes it a lot closer. Waze is just getting rid of the ice, hoping to maybe smart bounce some of Japan, but maybe Starlo took out... No, actually... Starlo did not take out anyone, but top 2 now have a decent break. Well, Waze decides, I'm not in a good enough spot. I need the bag. He has Bill Golden. He's not able to chain any boxes here. Okashi is able to get at least 1. Japan are going to have 2 in the bottom 3. And France can't get any bottom spot boxes. So, huge chance for Japan to pull the shock and infiltrate what France has in top 2 at the moment. I think Waze is calling that Okashi might have shock here. So they're all backing out behind him. But does he actually have it, or does he have Bill? He has Bill! So, a missed call from Waze. But it's hard to know in this game. The items are invisible. He does chain for a Bill! That's huge for Waze! And for Team France in general. Top 2 for now, but they're barely hanging on to it. Japan are in 3 through 6 at the moment. And triple greens might take out Waze, but he decides to go bottom path. He might get horned here. Needs to be careful. Oh, he avoids it. Well done. Is that a French member going into 4th as well? That might be a top 2, 4, 6 for France. Bottom maybe 2 or 3 for Japan. This might bring them all the way back into almost a tied position. Let's see. Yep, they're only down 16 now. It's anyone's game at this point.
ici.
Oui. Ouais.
Bah, go bateau.
Ouh, oh là 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 là, le call bateau contre eux, on n'a jamais gagné pratiquement.
They might be going bateau. Bateau.
On gagnera aujourd'hui.
Ok, vas-y.
They're going bateau.
Ah, Kart, si vous
Sorry.
voulez.
Sorry to all the French speakers out there. I don't even know what bateau means.
Vraiment, je tombe sur dans des livres.
Ah là là là, ah là là.
Guessing it's fortress or something.
Ah, j'aurais dû tester
Ah là
pas
là
mal,
là.
bon,
Because what it's
De toute
bateau.
façon, on peut gagner, dans tous les cas.
Volant?
Ok.
Eh oui.
Euh,
vas-y,
du coup,
on
faudra
Maybe it's
faire
airship.
Giron back bill,
Who really knows?
dernière box, ok.
Point is though,
Pour avoir les box
France
droite,
did get their track pick.
En deux oreilles.
A lot of Mario Kart World tracks in general can go
de gauche en-
any way at the start. Oh my gosh, Skill Star! Thank you for becoming a member. And by the way, if you guys didn't know, I've reduced the prices of every single one of my membership tiers here on the channel. So now, the Gyro drivers, the tier 2s, they're only $3 instead of $5. So if you were really thinking about getting membership before, you're getting a discount. So, anyways, enough self-plug.
Il est target, target.
Let's get into the actual war. We have France owning a lot of the top spots here. At least 4 of the top 5. I think,
J'ai une plume, j'ai rien.
yeah, Bakaten is in second at the moment.
Ok, je suis mort, je suis mort.
Liaz does cut up into 5th place.
Ah, je suis
3-4,
mort,
3-4.
ouais, putain.
Now, Valor has been hit off, so Bakaten takes over first place, but it seems like he's been redded or greened or something. But there's a bomb as well that takes out France. 2-3-4 for Team Japan. There's a lot of chaos in the front, and it seems like Okashi might be in first place after that Mega Mushroom, but there's so much chaos going on in the front and in mid spots. I don't really know what's happening. 1-3-4-6 for Team Japan.
Du coup, on a des billes ou pas? J'ai un bill.
Ouais, j'ai un bill.
I think Starlo's going to aim to get 2 boxes here in
Très bien, si tu back
10th or 11th. Kusan does opt to get a box back here. Only Triple Shrooms Golden for Starlo. Bakaten might have Shock, but he might have spam build to try and get 2 boxes at the next set. We'll see very soon. Japan have top 2 at the moment, but it's very, very close. Anything can happen. Starlo does have Bill. He's going to hold this for the Bill extension,
Personne n'a peut-être.
especially with the Mega behind.
Bon middle.
I don't think there will be a Shock this race, but if anyone has it, it's Liaz after his Golden. Let's see. There's a Bill extension going on for France and Japan as well. Seems like 3-4-5. Pretty mixed bag. Actually, they might have taken over second at the end. But yeah, very mixed bag overall. Slightly winning race for Japan, more than likely. So much chaos. Just in general, but especially on Airship Fortress, where every single part of the track is just a tight section. You have to worry about the items coming in on you, but Japan's only up 28. Still anyone's game. They'll come down these last races.
C'est pas grave. Accord?
Yes, this is game 1 of 3. Or potentially, it's a best of 3. My guess is this goes to 3. Also, I have completely forgot to end the poll for this, but you guys have voted for 2-1 Japan, which is probably the favorite overall as well for the World Cup. The favored result. Okay. Sky High Sunday for what I believe is a Japan pick. We're going to be able to get Shrooms in top 2, potentially. Okashi at least pulled some. And I think it's another pretty mixed bag, but top 2 once again for Japan at the moment. Starlo does get it back on to Japan, and another one of their teammates gets it back. He's going to get redded, it looks like. Okay, no, Waze takes it for him. Shroom goes for Starlo. Seems like top 2 for Japan still, but anything could happen here, especially with the fact that both these shortcuts save quite a bit of time.
5.
Je vais pouvoir cut en cut.
Starlo takes a weird line, but he's totally fine so far. I think he's gonna hold this ghost for a while, especially with all the space he has to himself in this mid spot. He's gonna be a great asset for Team France if
Il a 3 vertes.
they end up pulling the shock here.
Je suis mort.
Il en a encore une. J'ai un bon moment.
He needs to be careful of Lias's back. Yep, he goes for it early, catches him off guard, and now he's gonna have to bag. Or actually decides just to keep going.
Personne peut l'avoir.
Uses the boomerang just in time.
Ah, j'ai encore un bon moment.
Not very good items for Starlo at the moment.
Il est en bill, il est en bill.
J'ai eu une 4 merde.
He might try and get it back onto... No, he decides to just throw him away. Hope for
Je me mets en build, je vais
good items at this set. He does get triple mushrooms. Bullet Bill coming out for Ways. He's going to infiltrate
Il sert une tête. Tête à veste.
into third place. Gets a snipe onto Liaz. Does Starlo. And now a lot of the mid spots belonging to France.
Torpel est en bill.
There's the shock.
Je le target.
I don't think it TS'd any of Japan, but it got some of France. So my guess is that was a Japan shock, especially without knowing that there was a call as well with France, and they didn't call the shock there. Top 2 secured for Japan at the moment. And 3-4. No, only 3-5 for Team France. They're going to have another losing race here.
Ils ont le choc avec tous les bills derrière, j'en ai eu aucun.
Yeah, 3, 5, 6, 8, 10, 12 is going to be about a -10. And now it comes to the point where Japan have a big enough lead where they're going to try to hold on to it. A 42-point lead is pretty sizable. You need at least 2 races to close that gap.
Ok. Il reste 5 maps ou 4 maps.
Yeah, guys, I'm actually playing for Team France at the moment, so let me just adjust the game audio real quick, and
Ouais, puisqu'on arrive à dérouler. On a
you can hear it better.
C'est mal.
Look, I don't want to have it just be French the entire time. I want to be able to actually hear my thoughts.
D'accord.
Ouais, d'accord. Ils vont mettre les. Ah non, ça va.
お、確定きた。これ確定だとルーレットすぐ止まんだね。
何回も言ってるでしょ。何回もやったでしょ。
How do I undo a sub?
言ってたっけジジイの脳みそになってるかもしれない。
脳年齢がちょっと。
52歳かも俺。
左から1個目取るか。
オッケー。2個目取るわ。
Okay, Acorn Heights, for what I assume is a France pick, because they love to pick this track.
色さん全部投げるわ。
Kusan decides to go for coins, which is interesting. I've seen a lot of players go for this route just to
出るわ。
space out from their teammates, especially. And it seems like it's worked out pretty nicely. A lot of France in the back to start off.
ごめん、俺13下がり。
Bunch of triple greens for Japan. Does back Valor. Don't think he hit Bakuten, so he's going to take over 2-3.
了解。
トゲ持ったトゲ持った。
投げてよ投げてよ投げてよ。ボクシンだボクシンだ。
Japan throw the blue at France in first, so they might be top 2, but it seems like they're going to be only 1-3 at best. And Japan actually only has first. For some reason, Kusan decides to bag, which I think is a really, really bad decision. He was in 4th place there, in a pretty good spot, and now
持った1枚あれる次。
France have top 2 all of a sudden. So, not too sure what that was about, but now I think they've gotten a couple reds onto France.
次キラーで上がるよ。
No, maybe that was just like, oh, the Wiggler's taking out both of Japan here.
4からショットカットする。了解。
In the back,
いけない系。
Kusan decides he's going to bill up, try to catch up right now. A lot of Japan in the back to potentially pull shock.
了解了解。
Don't think they have it just yet. France do still have top 2, but Japan own a ton of the mid spots. See if they can convert that into top spots at the end. I think... Oh, that horn from Moldiar does not connect, but he gets the greens onto their team instead. Top 2, 4, 5 maybe. Or maybe actually it looks like they got hit out of second, so it's only going to be 1, 4, 5. Can Kusan get into the front here at the end? He throws the boomerang, does not connect it. He's... Oh, actually, no, he didn't throw the boomerang. And, oh, he ranks Elias on the line as well. He's not able to take over 4th place there, and that's a top 2-4. But a bottom, oh no, a 10-12 for France. So it's going to be a winning race for France, but not by too much. They're going to need bigger races if they want to come back. Going to be down about 36 with, I think, 4 races to go? 3 races?
注意トライアングル全空きです
Let's switch over back to Waze. Actually, let me keep that sound so I don't have to adjust it later.
まあ
Ça,
Ah, oui.
mais tu sais, tu meurs sur le rail et du coup tu meurs.
But yeah, I have 3 POVs total, by the way. I have Waze, I have Starlo, and I have Kusan. So,
Bon, c'est pas grave.
Waze and Starlo for Team France, Kusan for Team Japan.
On va être quoi?
Je sais pas comment mettre quelqu'un.
Là,
Ouais, ok. Tu veux quoi, Wise, non?
bah, j'ai pas trop d'idées. Bah, soit.
Alpes, hein.
Désert?
Ouais, ou
Ouais,
désert,
désert,
à la
pourquoi
limite.
Désert.
Thinking about going Desert Hills, okay? They've
Allez, ça peut encore se faire, on fait une map correcte. Hein.
chosen it. Japan busting out Dandelion Depths again. And they finally get it. So, this is most definitely Japan's best track. So if there's any track where they can just expand the lead and shut the door on France, it's going to be this one. But if France can somehow get a winning race here, they can 100% win the first game of this match of the World Cup Finals. Boy, starting in first place. We'll see how he tackles Dandelion Depths because there's been a new top path revolution on this track. I'm not too sure if he knows it though. He might go for it here. No, he decides to just go tight.
Ils vont cut.
He's taking these shroom shortcuts though. Might take out purple. He does. Now it's top 2 for France. Does get a draft off of Valor. Might go for the double here to try and get another mushroom. Does get the box in second. Does get a mushroom. Seems like Team Japan have infiltrated into first place. They have 2 greens to try and take out France. Lies has not thrown them just yet, but he's going to be patient. Maybe back them right before the cut. He does. He has triple shrooms himself, but Valor has triple greens. He's going to have to be careful because the Bakuten's red. And now top 2 for Team Japan. Bakuten is slowing down to try and red out Waze. He has 1 red left to take him out, and bang! Now a top 3 for Team Japan. One of them went top path, so they are going to go pretty fast here. Oh, but he gets random greened in third. But someone has a mega already up here.
Ils sont en 2.
Team Japan, though, have a lot of the top spots. Waze is going to have to hope for triple shrooms and something good after, but he only gets 4 mushrooms. One of France is down as well. Looks like top 2, 4, 5 for Team Japan, and they all have mushrooms and a mega, and Bakuten goes for a slow horn, misses, but still a ton of Japan up here. Top 2, 4, 5 for them. Waze comes up and horns one of Team Japan, but still a top 2, 4 for them.
J'aurais encore des bugs.
Valor does come up in a bill and a golden. He's going to golden up, try and just hit out some of Japan here before the final cuts. 3, 4, 5, 6 for France. But they've all gone top path to avoid, or one of them has gone top path to avoid Team France here. What is Waze going to be able to do here? He only has a feather. Can he get triple mushrooms here? He's deciding to hold the feather, and the shroom, I guess. I don't know if he's going to be able to do much here at the end. He might get hit. At least a first, and maybe even a second. There comes the shock at the end. That's a huge shock for Team France, but seems like they're getting bottom 2 off of that. They do get first, but it's still going to be a huge winning race for Team Japan. Probably like 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, 2, 3, 4, 6. Not as big of a race for Team Japan as I was thinking it would be, but still pretty big. And it's going to be a losing race, but only barely for them.
arrive à mettre un gros top à partir de là.
We're gonna switch back to Starlo.
Oula. Oulala.
Oh bah la strat.
Eux aussi, mais c'est pas grave.
Ouais, aussi, ils savent la faire.
Okay, DK Pass is Japan's pick here. 3 races to go. Not much wiggle room left for Team France to come back. They're down 40 points. They need big races if they want a chance. Starlo, starting in first, has a chance to get triple mushrooms. He does. He's going to opt to shroom up straight away to get away from the pack items, but Okashi takes him out regardless. Huge trail from them because now Starlo, instead of being in first after the cuts, he's going to be in the back here. France do still have 1-3-4 though. So good start for them, but Starlo's going to opt to go for potential Bill in 10th place. He does get it. Bill Star. Huge pull for him. He's going to go for the Bill extension, I think. Avoids Bakken's slow mega. Saru gets ready. He's probably going to be the one to stay in the back for Team France. A huge breakaway for first place. Kamek, though, could ruin his day. Starlo does not get the Bill extension. Saru does, though. Still a huge breakaway for Team France in first place. They have a maybe even 5-second breakaway. And it seems like no one's cutting up to reduce that lead. They just might have a guaranteed first place here already. But 2-3 for Japan makes them at least have the chance to pull triple reds on them. They might even have 2-3-4 at this point. Okay, they decide to cover the same time as Japan uses their dodges, but nobody has shock. Yep, it looks like they did pull triple reds here. Now Japan has taken over top 2 even. Blue shell, though, straight away for Starlo to take them out. And it seems like they got hit by the snowball as well. It's going to take out multiple people. And now France have second. 2-4-6-8 it seems. Starlo goes for an 8th place box. What can he get? He gets a golden triple mushrooms. This could be huge for Team France. He's going to be able to get into the top spots unless he gets hit multiple times. Boxton has triple nannies. He's not able to take out any of France here. But Team Japan get top 2, maybe even top 3. Huge race for Team Japan to just shut the door for game 1. Now it's going to be an uphill battle. Actually, not as big of a race for Team Japan as I thought. I thought they got top 3, but a bunch of the mid spots belonging to Team France, they still have a chance here. They're down 42, though, with 2 races to go. They need 2 huge races in order to win game 1.
En fait, il y avait le Kamek à partir de ce moment-là, donc du coup, c'est compliqué de remonter.
Kamek bonhomme de neige.
Kamek bonhomme de neige, personne n'a Nice, mais ça nous a niqué aussi, c'est qui remonté.
Ouais, bloops, je sais pas. Vous voulez quoi?
MBC.
Ouais, faut gagner celle-là.
On l'a déjà joué, BC.
All right, MBC and Starview Peak. I think Starview Peak is probably second favorite from Japan's track list. We get Mario Bros. Circuit, though. Yep, 2 races to go. I wonder what they're going to do at the start here.
Ouais, je vais y aller.
Okay, one of them's going for Nisk in third, but they might opt to just not go for the third sign at all. And I'll go for boxes instead. Triple greens to take out Okashi. It's a good start for Team France already. Greens and Nana's thrown up. That might have taken out a couple of Japan. 2-3-4 at the moment for France. Starlo does not get a box. Actually, that's purple in 30. He takes out Team France straight away. So top 2 now. He decides to slag out Valor as well. But Starlo infiltrates into second. He has a mushroom. France look like they're going to be cutting up into 2-3-4 here. Valor has an extra shroom as well. They might be able to cut into top 2, but Oh, but there's a bomb that comes up and takes out Starlo. It only takes out one of Team France, so that could have been a whole lot worse.
Non, il est 7 avec la bombe.
2, 3, 4 now for Team France. Okay, Starlo actually decides to let Purple have fourth, and he gets gold shelled. So now a clear 1, 4, 5, 6 for Team Japan, but one of them gets hit off. Interestingly enough, so it's only 1, 4, 5. Starlo, though, was very, very far behind the top 3.
Il a pas pris ban, c'est aussi.
Bomb does not connect onto Japan.
Il va pas pouvoir cut en...
The ice does not either. Triple shrooms for Starlo.
Regarde de 100 dodge. Hein.
He's going to be able to take this next shortcut, but is it that good for him when he's that far behind? There's a back from Bonkerton that takes out Valor, I think, and Starlo has to come off the rail early and gets bumped. 1, 3, 4 for Team Japan. Starlo is just stuck back here. A bill coming out for Team Japan. It's going to give them third place, 1, 3, 4 for them. Starlo is going to aim to try and get shock here last second for Team France. Only gets a bill instead. Decides to use it straight away. Hoping for a potential golden to take these last 2 cuts. Japan is bottom 2 at the moment, but I think they're able to catch up here at the end. Maybe not, though. A lot of bottom spots for Team Japan. I think they might have got 2, 4, 5 in the front, did Team France. Might be an even race, but that's not going to be good enough to catch up here. Are they even in it to win it? They might be down 38. They are down 38 going into the final race. They need a top 6 in the next race to win. And they need a top 5, 7 to have enough to tie Japan and take it to a tiebreaker GP. So, it's not over just yet, but it would take an absolute miracle for France to win this. There's almost been no big races for France either, so it'd have to be something new that they'd try. They're going for Peach Beach. I'd say that's a good pick, because... And a bad pick for Japan, in my opinion. Mario Circuit's not the track you want to pick to reduce big races, because there are plenty of times where you could get big races off the back of shock, off the back of just getting a good start on that track. But Peach Beach is selected. We'll see what France can cook up here. Oh no, Starlo DCs, that's going to be it for France. That's over. Game 1 goes to Team Japan. We'll spectate Kusan just in case. But there's literally no chance for France at this point. They probably already lost, if we're being honest. So if there's any time to DC, it's, you know, final race down 38, but I would have loved to see at least them try. Quite unfortunate.
注意で荒らしとくわ。
2でテレサキノさん相当強い。
3で赤4持ってる。
Yeah, game 1's gonna go to Japan here.
あ、テレサ赤いです。
Almost no chance they lose to a bot, especially on this track. But, I wonder what kind of adjustments France are going to be making here. Because it never seemed like they were ever given a chance to even take the lead. And it just seems like much of their game plan was centered around getting to the front spots. And Japan just seemed to own that department. For the most part. They had much of the top presence basically past race 1. And it didn't seem like Shock managed to sway it either way. So, I wonder if they're maybe going to send more people in the back to try and get more shocks. Or maybe they try to schlag more when they are in the front to make sure that Japan can't infiltrate. Maybe they go for a crazier strategy where maybe they just try to get good boxes at the end of lap 1 and try to infiltrate the tops that way. It's going to be interesting to see what they do differently. Or maybe they just stick to their game plan, have enough confidence in the way they've been playing so far in the World Cup, and just trust that the cards will fall into place.
2戦目。
Yeah, winning race for France, but obviously that's not going to be enough. Unfortunate DC for Starlo, but
2、3誰が行く？
I imagine
誰もいないなら僕行く。
his internet's fine. It's just a one-off. I wonder if they'll open early or not.
OK。
But we can wait to see.
Bon, c'est ok. C'est ok.
Very close match one, but it just seemed like Japan was in control the entire time. It never seemed like they had a chance of giving up the lead at the end. It was a very dominant plus 30, I would say. Like that's what it felt like to me. They never really gave France a big race, and they got a huge race themselves. So maybe that's the difference.
Alors que pourtant,
Maybe France just hope we're gonna get a good race like they got on us,
Quand tu compares à USA,
where they got that top 5-8. We're gonna get that in the next one, and we just gotta hope that we pull the shocks and we get the better items next time.
On en a eu un de choc.
Non.
Non, mais ils en ont eu un. c'est tout.
Il y en a pas eu.
Ouais, ils ont eu sur B.
Bon, de toute façon, Go Rosette, on s'en bat les couilles du premier mort, il est passé, et go comeback.
But yeah, now that you've seen match one, how do you guys think this will go? Do you think it'll be 2-0 Japan? Do you think this is going to be over in another hour? Or are we going to see a game 3? I want to see some score predictions from you guys. I'm going to say, I think it's going to be 5-24 France, 4-60 Japan. I think they're going to actually manage to win by a little bit in the next one. But it's going to be, I think it's going to be a closer war, but a bigger score for France.
Popov, tu hostes le prochain?
2-0 North Korea, so true. Kim Jong-un solos Team Japan. Yo, Maybe, thank you for the tier 3 Gyro different. Appreciate it. Carp.
Beep, 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 boop. Beep, boop, beep, boop, boop. Beep, boop, 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 boop.
Ways to sing along. Playing on 8 switches at once, yeah. He's the GOAT of Mario Kart.
Mais ça se trouve, il y avait
And
pas
basically
de-
every video game
Il a
franchise.
boosté les poules de North
Everything he
Korea.
does, really.
Je sais pas s'il peut
He
faire
is the
ça.
GOAT.
Si, en fait, le seul truc qui était pool, bah, c'était un cheat en fait, de la part des JPN. Du coup,
Ah.
un peu notre faute.
YouTube ate some of my money. I had to pay twice. Hopefully you can get a refund on one of those. Or maybe you paid in advance on accident.
Moi, j'ai pas la bow sur Sorbel.
Japan will lose by 700 points this round. I see the future.
Parce que Sorbel, c'est le seul choc du war, en gros. C'est ça.
Ouais. Et je pense qu'on fait target à 2. Genre.
Moi je me fais target derrière aussi.
Gyro's prices are so good, I'm now paying less overall for an extra membership. Hell yeah. Yeah, memberships are available for the second channel now. And actually, I was only one member off yesterday from adding another emote, so I wonder if that has happened or not.
C'est bon, on est nul, on fait un BO5. Ouais, il fallait qu'ils acceptent BO5.
Let me see.
Si je me réveille à 4h ou 3h, ouais, je suis content limite que ce BO3.
Oh my gosh, I think I could add another emote. Let me see. Yes, I can. I'm gonna be adding. What's the last emote I'm adding here?
Ça peut naquer le.
Oh yes, Kevin Nodos.
Ah, j'ai
Ouais,
raison.
17h.
It's Kevin in Gyrodos pajamas. This one's super epic. By the way, guys, I might stream after the World Cup. Might do some lounge. I haven't really decided yet. Actually, I might eat and then come back and play some lounge. I don't know. But we'll see. Let you know how I'm feeling at the end of this. If it goes to 3 games, I'm definitely gonna give myself a break, but it's only 2, I might just immediately go to the next emoji available. Alright, I've added Kevin Odos. Now if we get 5 more members though on the second channel, I can add another emoji. Okay, it seems like they haven't opened the lobby yet. My guess is it'll start in about 5 minutes. Oh, also, not only do you get emotes for the second channel, but every week, starting this Friday, you guys will be able to vote on next Friday's upload and what it's going to be. So, I imagine we're going to get a little creative for those videos, but you guys basically get to decide 4 videos a month for $1 if you so desire. So, you also get fun emotes. You get the videos early. Here on this channel though, for $1, you get the emotes here. And for $3, you get the videos early. You get extra members-only videos. And I'm going to start doing members-only videos every single week. So this week, I'm doing a Q&A. Or an AMA. It's basically the same thing. Where in between the races, I will be answering you guys' questions. So, if you're interested in that, for $3 a month, you get 4, maybe even more extra videos. And some other benefits as well. You get the videos early. No, the memberships are different. They're $4 total if you want tier 2 and the second channel. It used to be $5 for just tier 2 over here, so. Move on? Bro, I was about to, but now that you've mentioned it. For tier 3, you can get a VOD review from me, yours truly, one-on-one, in whatever you so desire. Worldwides, Mogies, tournaments, you name it. Only for $10. So if you want to go tier 3, get yourself a VOD review. You can be my guest. Can you VOD review my Pokemon Champions gameplay? You know what? Sure. Just kidding, I won't be doing that. Get wrecked. A Mario Kart VOD review. Can you VOD review me getting a nuke in Modern Warfare 2 in 2010? You know what? I'll make an exception for you, Teds. I got you. Alright. We've only got 2 more minutes until the lobby opens. We're just watching Kusan absolutely annihilate Salty Speedway. No, Kuzan, show us what the time was gonna be, bro. So mean. So France is gonna host match 2. I don't know who out of them will, but we'll see. Maybe my guess is that they didn't charge you twice, but you should probably double check your bank, your credit card, whatever you paid with. They did? Well, that's a little silly. Did you check to see if maybe you paid in advance for the membership as well? You might have, I don't know if it's possible to, but you might have been able to pay for next month as well. But if not, if they just charged you twice, you probably could contact YouTube support, get you a refund out of that. I imagine that'll be pretty easy to spot, that mistake. Okay, the room's opened. Looks like Popoff's the one hosting. Oh, looks like you did pay in advance for it. Maybe. Well, thank you again, May. This time for 2 months. Yeah, my guess... No, I didn't. Did it not show you, Yeah, it showed you earlier as well. Maybe it just, I don't know. I don't know what's going on. YouTube might be being a little silly. Yeah, what I'm saying is you might have renewed it already. And like you just got the tier 3, is what I'm saying. And now you've renewed it. Does that make sense? Whatever. Anyways. Let's see. Does Starlo have the lobby up? Does Kusan has the lobby up so we can see when this gets started?
いや、負けないよ。絶対
We have 9 out of the 12.
よっこいしょ。9人ね。
I had it months ago.
え、いや、
That's why it counts as 2 months. Yeah, but the 2 months is probably not for tier 3, is what I'm saying. Whatever.
フライにしといたら。いや、まあ俺、まあそうね。お気に入りだけだけど。
あ、お気に入り
Look, I'm just telling you, you could take it up with YouTube. I'm sure it'll be fine.
あ、狙ってる。相打ち
Excuse me. All right. My goodness.
まだ来ないね。い
まあ
やね、
悩んでんじゃないこれ
Seems like Japan are missing
2
2, and France are only missing 1.
来てない
France are probably missing Saru. Yeah.
一戦目サラだったから
France are missing Saru. Japan are missing... What, maybe Dianby and... Liaz is in... Is Purple? Purple's not in yet, I don't think.
コイン2枚だっけ
So they're missing Purple and Dianby, maybe?
9位から2
I don't know if Dianby played match 1, actually.
5
But he might be in for match 2.
まあ、10変わんない。別に10からでもいけると思うけどね。
重視ポコと
じゃあ
か全然
入っちゃ
強そう
うか。
俺も12固定するわ。
じゃあ俺10位で入る。入りました。
Maybe I remember you being tier 2 last time. I'm almost positive of it, but maybe I'm remembering wrong.
11人で始まんないからこれ。
Okay, Purple's joined.
でも敵もいないからな。そうなん
まあ一応今4分30秒だけど。
やばいね。
いや、俺はドパおじじゃない。普通のおじだ。
別に、ここまで待って、ドパ書きではないよね。
ドパおじ
Okay, by the way, I've just got confirmation. It is only 3 games max. It is the best of 3.
大丈夫これあと。
いや、もう入るか。もういいや、入ろう。始められちゃうと困るし。
Okay, Purple actually wasn't the one that joined. It was whoever that Japanese guy is. I have no idea.
そうだね。この感じ。
Alright,
お、ん
Saru's joined. I think they were waiting to try and get last place, which is kind of funny.
いいって、八寺式。
But there's a late penalty, so he had to join before 06.
方がね、割れるもんな。11人じゃなんないかって。
And so begins game 2
戦いしてたじゃん、じゃあ。
of the Mario Kart World Cup final.
負けてたんだ、最初から
アウ。ェーってことね。
Japan versus France. We're going to take a look at Kusan POV for race 1.
無駄にしてただけや。
236シュポコ
うん、ありなんじゃない？
They're 2-3-6.
うん、10、11だし。言って
いい感じ遅
Don't have any idea what they're going to go for here. Shaga Bazaar. Okay. Interesting pick. France are picking about... Okay. Kusan's just indiv picking because he just doesn't give a fuck. He's doing this like every war. It's kind of funny.
頑張ろう
Just does not care.
トラック
うん、頑張ろう。
GL
They do get their track pick though, do Japan. Game 2 of the World Cup Finals, Japan versus France. Let's see how this goes. Seems like a pretty good start for Team France. Oh, Gustav's even throw that red.
だいぶ敵死んでるから。
You might be able to connect it onto someone here though. Might get it onto pop off. No, it actually skips for Liaz. Looks like France have a bunch of the mid spots at the moment, but the shrooms could definitely shake up, and the final cut, of course, could shake up how this looks. Mega gold shell for Kusan. A really, really bad pull for him. It's gonna allow
キンコーラ投げる
France to have 2-3-4.
60割
Kusan seems to be forced to bag. Trying to go for the bill. Maybe shock. Does only pull a golden though at the moment. And it looks like top 3 now for Team France. Bakuten is starring up, trying to do star gap. It looks like he's made it.
2枚割れる何が上がるそのキラ
Might have taken over third,
2枚割れる
but he's been hit out. Kusan's going for shock here. What does he get? Golden triple shrooms only.
自分次テーブル切る。
And France had shock there. Dodges 2 bills, but they dodged one of them in the front. So now
2379
Japan have 2-3. They might have taken over top 2 actually. Okay, no, one of them failed Red Rock. So 2-4-5 it looks like, or 2-3-5 for Team France. Kusan does have a bill, and the pack being very tight up here means he's going to be able to use this to catch up very nicely, but he doesn't have a item after, so he's going to be stuck with something bad after this bill in 4th place. But he's able to take the Nisk potentially. Does he make it? He does! So he's going to be taking 4th, maybe 3rd even, over Lone DR. Clutch ending Nisk there to at least mitigate the damage from France, but that's a huge race for them. Bottom 3 for Japan. That's a great start for Team France. But we saw a good start for France in the last game, and it did not turn out well for them, but this is a much bigger race for them.
35下よりまあトライアングルあり
い
Let's switch over to Waze.
Ah, premier choc. Let's go.
Mais insulte-le, insulte-le, genre. Mais si, insulte-le, frère. Déjà,
Eh, vas-y, j'envoie un gif.
le tweet de
Non,
pédo
non, non.
qu'il a mis Poussin, genre.
Et on leur laisse aucune chance.
mais la version avec le discours.
J'ai hésité, je me suis retenu.
Bah, BC, hein. Et le tweet de Poussin, genre la discussion avec Starlo, le truc de pédophile.
Ah oui.
Okay, Japan already busting out Dandelion Depths. Hoping to reverse this momentum.
À la limite.
Bowser's Castle for France, though. Seems like they're going with the EK Pass as well. So maybe they want to save, or some of their team wants to save Dandelion Depths for later. But they get it anyways.
J'étais vraiment en larmes.
Ok, go focus en lit. On la gagne.
Kusan is not the Messi of this World Cup, I'm sorry. That's crazy. All of Japan are very close to Kusan in skill, I would say. And Argentina is like nowhere close to Messi in skill. But anyways,
Assurez-vous d'avoir une box, vraiment.
moving on.
Personne d'en avoir.
If I have to get the title of Messi to someone,
Ah, les 3 verts.
Bravo, mission 3, bah,
J'ai un beau.
probably be like,
J'ai 3 chevaux.
Les 3 chronos.
I don't even know actually.
Bum target.
Je vais pour.
You have to be someone old, carrying a
Je suis en beau.
C'est là.
Ah, 12, 3 chevaux.
not amazing team.
C'est un peu.
But anyways,
Peut-être à droite, peut-être à droite. Ah non, c'est.
Team Japan
Derrière toi, Starlo.
seem to have not taken over the top spots like they normally do on this track, but much of them did take the top path, so they might be able to do so. 1-3-4 for them, that
J'en ai un.
Tu l'as.
top path showing how much it really saves.
Je vais quand même méga quelqu'un pour freiner première
Ouais,
box.
Je vais cut en ligne, je vais 3
Moi
raids.
j'ai rien.
Je
Sinon,
cut
peux
et
y
je
aller.
cut.
Looks like Kusan's cutting up with the bomb. I'm surprised he didn't try to take a tighter cut to maybe take out Valor.
Ils sont bas 2.
Oh no, wait, that's Wuwei's. We're on Wuwei's POV. What am I talking about?
Je mets une bombe serrée, j'ai un golem
I forgot I switched POVs, which means I need to switch scenes too.
Back du feu, c'est
Kamek, Kamek, Kamek.
J'ai un biel. Le là, c'était en biel aussi. Hein.
Ah, je sais pas.
Ah merde, merde. Alors, le golem en 9.
But France do have a lot of these mid spots at the moment. Japan are taking the top path again, so they're going to be top 2 gone. And France seem to not know how to do it, and they're not willing to risk it either.
Ouais, on est de.
So now Japan do indeed have top 2.
Là, t'as pris mon cut.
Decides to throw away his hammers, just make sure he doesn't hit his own teammate.
Ouais, je te back.
And it looks like Valor and Wuwei's are going to cut up.
Bah, j'y vais.
Oh, but a shock to guarantee
Vert dans le cut.
top 2 make it past the cut. It's going to give them a breakaway, and it dodges a bunch of their team as well. Those hammers do not connect on the Wuwei's, though. Great avoidance from him. Lias has none of France and gets hit out on his own.
C'est moi le build qui arrive là.
And that does not connect on to... I have no idea who that is, but it's not Kusan.
Je cut là. Hein.
Golem en 5.
Il y en a un qui était target.
C'est moi le golem, c'est moi le golem.
We see France have 3-4-6 at the moment.
Vas-y, vas-y. Ah, j'ai un golem.
Ah, non, dans tous les cas, non. Je vais pas tailler sur ça.
The red connects, though, from Lias. Is he able to hit out him before he takes out his teammates? No, he takes out Popoff instead. This could be a huge race for Team Japan.
J'ai une bombe après mon spawn.
He gets Bill Golden. Is this going to drop him off before the cut in time? I don't think so. This is going to give him a bottom spot, and Lias has triple reds at the end to take out some of France. Potentially.
On fait bot 2.
Yeah, bottom 2 for France. That's going to be a huge race to bring them back almost to even straight away. Kind of demoralizing race for France. It wasn't too bad, but it's still going to cut that lead basically in half.
Ah, ça va.
Moi la map est passée.
Ils ont tous fait la strat comme des gros porcs.
Yeah, Liam's not really Unk, though, I would say.
Oh, ça, tu pourrais.
It'd have to be someone who's Unk and correct.
Je veux dire, le mec il laisse autant de box à nous, enfin à nous en 3-4 et qu'on n'est pas triple red.
Hmm. Unk and cracked and on a, like, not amazing team that made it far. I don't know. I don't think there's a Messi of this World Cup. You're literally describing me. So true.
Vas-y, accorde-moi.
Who are the most Unk?
Oups, j'ai mis depuis cinéma.
You know,
Oh, Master Rax.
I don't know.
En vrai, c'est parce qu'on a que du ciel.
Bah non,
I don't know.
ça régale.
Kusan is pretty unk, though. I think he's like 26.
Régal si tu veux.
Non, non.
But his team is so good, I wouldn't consider him the Messi at all of the World Cup.
Est-ce que ce serait pas quelqu'un de la team?
Kylian Mathurin. Bah,
You know, JBG might be a good example, actually.
Quel est ce physique? What the fuck?
Team Japan is Messi.
Loops, il a pas.
ah, je me bloque, mais je suis.
Okay, France do select Acorn, they get it.
Ouais.
Huge coins from Waways. He's going to be able to be in the front for sure here. Gets Shroom Green. He might be able to take out Purple. He misses just barely. Might have been better to wait a little bit on that kill
Oh, qui prend mon pool, hein.
attempt. He goes bottom path to not get bumped out by Purple.
Je suis 2, mais j'ai rien en 2.
2, 3, 2, 3.
Does retain second. But he has so many coins, he's going to catch Purple pretty easily here.
Back sur le rayon 3.
France is backing in third, does connect and get him off the track.
Non, il y a triple red, j'ai les-
Oh, he doesn't pull defense to defend against the red. Starlo does have triple reds, though, to take out Purple in first place.
Bah, les fleurs.
The bees are coming out on Acorn Heights here. It seems like Purple has managed to stay alive, but he has 4 reds to deal with, but he connects them onto Starlo instead. And none of them onto Purple. He still has the Nana as well.
J'ai choc après Golden en last.
Okay, but the blue does come out onto Purple at least. And France do have shock here.
Je suis un.
Ouais, je suis 4. Il est en méga là, en quête.
We'll see what they can do with it. A lot of them are in the back at the moment. They could go for
Le save,
a shock after the glider here. Potentially.
j'ai en 9.
If they have the shock, though, it is in about 10th place. So it might not be an amazing shock for them.
Ah, mais il y a un
Je
deal.
fais juste après mon ISK 1.
Oh no, Waways
Tu meurs toi.
prematurely spams the green forward. And he's going to be off the track.
Je le build là. Je
I might have actually heard wrong for the French comms, and they might not actually have shock here. Oh, it actually was Japan who had shock. They dodged a mega of Bakutin in first place.
me fais rêver.
Huge race incoming for Team Japan. They have 1-3-4 at the moment. Waways is guaranteed last at this point.
2-4.
Ah, mais, ouah.
Oh, and maybe even bottom 2 for France. No, they do get last. They fail at the end.
Mais.
Comme il est un méga en 2 l'autre.
They're going to cut that lead in half basically once again.
Ouais, du coup, t'es sur le rail, en plus, t'as la-
Yeah, 1-3-5-8-9 is a decent race.
Ouais, on a eu des batailles.
It actually might be like only +2, but they're only down 8 at the moment, so it's not even...
Je disais qu'on était plus devant.
It's not even anything, if we're being real. This is nothing
Parce qu'ils avaient
in a clan war.
fait des dodges. Il y avait juste Saro qui en avait un.
If you had one bacon to play... If you had one bacon to play for every game you ate, how many votes is the flavor pink?
2-4. Bon.
Yeah. I think at least
Laser ou MBC.
28 pink, I'd say. 28 pink, yeah.
La première map nous a mis bien. On doit en gagner.
Anyways.
Ouais, effectivement.
Desert Hills now. We're going to move to Kusan POV. Where he pulls a mushroom in second, but he
ごめん。まあやっぱと
runs into Bakken in his trail.
行くわ。
俺に破壊する。はい。
Now he's forced to stay in the back.
ロックデッキの4前戻る。
Tries to steal Saru's box. Looks like he's going to probably stay in the back considering he's collecting these coins. Gonna go for the double here. Oh, he barely gets it too. Build triple shrooms. He decides to spam it, but this is not going to chain into first set, I don't believe.
24
So he might bag next set, but he's not able to get anything good.
挟んだわ前3匹前3匹
Yep, top 3 for Team France. It's not too big of a deal, though, on this track, I would say. If there's any track where you don't need to be in the top spots, it's Desert Hills. Golden Star for Kusan is actually a decent pull, especially if he gets an 8th place box going to the next set. He can definitely pull something like Triple Mushrooms or Golden, but it seems like he's in 6th instead, so he's going to have to run up this and hope he gets Triple Mushrooms. First now for Team Japan. Starfire only. He's gonna probably chain this.
スター入れる、スター入れる。スター入れた。
Decides to fire out Starlo. Gets only 4 shrooms in 8th place. And France take over first for now, but they might have a golden for the end. Does get squished. And now,
大丈夫。
Kusan is going to get a bottom spot. That looks like
まあまあ、
top 2-4
下さん的。
for
10位だ俺。
France, but also bottom 3. So it's going to be about an even race.
いや、いい。
Okay, 1-3-5, 9 bottom 2.
まあまあ
Not quite
まあまあ
top 2-4, but still an even race. Might even be a winning race for Team Japan. Yep, by 2.
プラニア。
Still very, very close.
24678ロゼテン
もうロゼ点走りたい気してきたんだよな。
ありだと思うよ。
走りたい気
ここまで。
ロゼテンね。
ロゼ点こうか。
整理してんだけど、商人は走ってる。
明日
小には走ったね。
角間走ってない
そのまま
Okay, we got Salty Salty Speedway for what I assume is
で、この点
a France track pick. You really want first and fifth on this track, so I imagine this is what they chose for those spots. Okay, Kusan does make it,
下ルート行く
2滴テレサ入れてる。
and he does get trailed as well, so even though Japan seemed to survive the beginning quite nicely, getting into first place, it's not going to be enough. 2, 3, 5, 6 for Team France at the moment.
オッケー。
Okay, seems like they hit out a bunch of France in the mid pack. Now they have 4 or 5, but only 2 4 5. Kusan does chain and get Mega Bill.
割れないわ。
He's gonna have to catch up with this. He can't. Oh, he's actually spamming the Mega.
で注意止まって
Interesting.
俺行こう俺行こう俺行こう。
いやどっち
He does have Bill though. Decides to go around to make sure he gets hit. He doesn't get hit by the Nanas. Right now,
はしばらく。
top 2 breakaway for Team France. Top 3 for them
距離やばい
in total.
はい、
But
これ日野さんクラも
just like Desert Hills, Salty Salty Speedway is one of those tracks where you can make a huge comeback at the end. Not as much as Desert Hills, but definitely significant enough.
はい、3、5。
Kusan decides to hold the bill for now. He might go for the Nisk.
自分死んだわ
Seems like that's what he's aiming
キラ
for.
入れる。9からキラ入れてる。
He doesn't get it, so he's deciding to bill instead.
キラー入れた。あ、これ。
Still top 2 for France,
止まる俺止まるこれ
but it's pretty close now. Kusan does have a golden for the end, potentially. Blue Shell coming out for France in first.
バックテ待ってバックテ待って
They might have 2-3
了解。
after the blue shell. They fall off pretty smartly. Kusan does a weird golden strat here. Pulls only 1 mushroom.
上行けてないわ。
敵も死んでる
Japan have a ton of the mid spots here. Oh, and he gets slow horned by Okashi. And Starlo has multiple shrooms to recover from that.
2死んだ2死んだ
Not a good trade for Team Japan. And now Kusan gets hit as well. Once again, that looks like a top 3 for France.
やばそうだなお前下4かな
That could be a huge race for them, putting them into a big lead.
いやー
Top 4, 6, 11 is a huge race
しゃあない。
for France. They are going to be up about 30 now.
1234
34 points is their lead.
初動持ってかれたのがでかいか
Incredible stuff. I mean, like I said, Salty Salty Speedway,
これは
it's just full of comebacks at the end. You have to make sure you don't get hit. If you do it all, like Kusan, you're doomed to a bottom spot, and that's exactly what happened.
ありがとう。
ハーフタイムでね長いコース一回走っといて
Okay, they're opting for Rainbow Road to try and mix things up. Smart decision. France end up going for Sky High Sunday. We're going to switch over to Huawei's now. Actually, let's watch some Starlo.
Hier, je traîne un peu, genre pendant 5
On sait
minutes.
jamais s'il y a des chocs.
Non mais.
Rire, je préfère en rire.
Ok, on
They
continue.
do end up getting Sky High Sunday.
On reste focus. C'est bien.
Allez, les gars, on est une
And
on est une équipe.
Ouais.
On est une équipe, on y croit.
Vraiment,
on y va.
l'équipe, on y croit.
we'll see if they can keep the top presence here because
J'ai box à gauche.
they can get basically 3 sets
Vas-y,
of
vas-y.
doubles here if they play their cards right. Because they can go left, middle, and right. Maybe even 4 sets.
On arrête.
J'ai une box.
So it's a very good track for the top spots. But Starlo gets trailed out straight away, does not get mushrooms to recover. But 2 of Japan are dead back here with him. So it's not a bad trade.
Je l'ai niqué,
J'ai une edge, pour la target.
Seems like Japan have first for the moment, but
Ah, il a 3 vertes.
France do occupy a ton of those mid spots. Starlo opting to try and red out a bunch of Japan, force them to stay back.
J'ai pas eu.
Ouais, dans le hit.
Ah, je
Tu
suis
peux les
mort.
raid ou pas?
And it seems like Purple isn't able to dodge that red, so he gets 3 reds onto
Je pars les bucks.
3 of Japan.
2.
And now Starlo is going to stay back
On est en 2-2
and
derrière.
force Japan to overbag here. Well, Waze is back here as well. I thought this was actually Team Japan, but
J'ai un deal.
Golden
À droite, à droite.
plus Bullet Bill for Starlo.
J'ai un bill, moi, j'ai un bill.
Prends une bonne box.
He can't stay back anymore. Now Saru's the one in the back. He's forced to bill though because of the bump.
Il l'a maybe.
Franchement,
Absolutely brutal.
Il a tiré rien.
Bon, 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 bon.
Ici.
Well, Waze. Oh, he's dropped into a bomb. That takes out Waze as well.
Ralenti pour une bonne box.
France do occupy first at the moment, but it's very close in the front.
Bill, méga, je pouvais pas.
Il a pas enlevé.
Je suis en Bill.
Ok, ok.
J'ai un méga, moi.
J'ai pas eu, j'ai pas eu.
J'ai une en
They might have shock after Bill here. I'm not too sure. Can't tell with the French comms, to be honest.
Je suis en méga, je suis en méga.
Okay, no, they didn't.
Ça skip.
Non, 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 non. Je suis méga aussi.
Does Starlo pull it here? No, he doesn't.
J'ai un méga.
Target.
Purple could have it, but it's a very small chance after triple mushrooms here.
Au double en 10.
Starlo staying behind just in case he does mega purple. He has a bill. No one has shock just yet. Triple mushrooms for Starlo. He could opt to go for a bill here. Top 2 for France at the moment. There is a shock, but it's high up. Starlo dodges, but with golden bill, that's not going to help him out too much. There's a blue coming out for France.
Ah, ils sont pas-
And that might be a top 2 for Team Japan.
On fait 4-5, on fait 4-6, je crois.
That could be a huge shock for them in the grand scheme of this match.
Golden bill pour finir. Il l'a chopé dernier.
Yes, that is huge. Top 3, 6 for Japan. That's going to bring the lead
Il l'a joué en 7, je crois.
basically in half. Only an 18-point lead
Ouais, je crois.
for France now.
Pas grave, on a encore un peu d'avance.
Il l'a chopé. Bravo.
Ah, c'est tout le touch bleu.
どんつり走ったごめん。
Let's switch over to Waze now.
7, je crois, le soc.
Ouais, je crois.
Voilà.
Pas grave, on a encore un peu d'avance.
Il l'a chopé. Bravo.
Ah, c'est tout le touch bleu.
Ah, il l'a chopé en 10. Bon, c'est pas grave. Pourquoi commencer un tilt, hein, surtout qu'on a une
On a encore
plus
2 ans.
20, c'est bien.
On a de l'avance, on a un peu d'avance, on continue, allez, c'est pas grave. Go une nappe pour reset.
Why do you guys want me to...
On fait
Why do you guys think I want France to lose? I literally said before the match that I want France to win. You guys are schizo.
Bah, NBC en vrai, c'est
5, 7, 8.
Un MBC.
Vas-y, hein.
Yeah, they're going NBC.
Je pense qu'il faut mettre.
If Japan wins, I'm deleting Pokemon Champions.
Ah, c'est comme ça, on a pas joué.
You gotta punish Japanese companies.
C'est
They win the World
directement,
Cup.
Si on peut.
Ouais,
Can't let
surtout
them
ça,
get
je
away
peux
with too
l'avoir,
much.
donc, ça, c'est important.
Ouais.
Je vais freiner en 9 pour être sûr de l'avoir, je dirais au Varia. Ok.
Tu veux le rail ou pas LNDR?
Je vais y aller en 4.
Non, je vais aller en bas alors.
Maybe that's not even true. What are you talking about? Okay, whatever. I'm not arguing with stupid chatters today. I'm just gonna commentate. Okay.
Ouais, je me fais bonne.
Great cut from a ways. Wow. It's almost like the caster curse doesn't even fucking exist.
On est 2 derrière, on est 2 derrière.
Je peux le raid.
Great start for a ways, getting 4 mushrooms. Bakutan read it out of second as well. Just kidding, it sips for literally no reason.
On cut en top 2. J'ai 4 je
C'est
trouve.
le.
Il a des verts.
Je l'aurais de box.
Top 2 now for
Ouais,
France.
je peux en prendre 2 aussi.
Il Il cut en 3, il cut en 3.
Ouais, je recut, mais j'ai rien.
La
On a
3
des
raid
gosses
dans
sur 2.
3 raid dans 7.
Golden Mega.
Fais golem,
trois raids
golem,
dans-
golem,
Non,
golem.
je peux freiner, je peux freiner.
And I think they have some in the mid spots as well. But with this top 2, oh, it looks like he gets the red to skip to Waze. Waze might be able to make this bottom path Nisk, though.
J'ai la bleu,
Very, very nicely.
On est top 2.
Oh, c'est bon, c'est bon.
Still top 2 for France.
J'ai un bilan 7, bilan 7.
On a 2 de Jack Lender.
One of them does fail the cut.
Ils vont cut ou pas en 3-4? Ils vont cut en 3-4 ou pas?
Je vois pas, je crois pas. Un 3, il a
Now,
mais il peut l'avoir derrière.
Japan have 3 through 7 at the moment. They might be able to cut up and infiltrate second place here. Popov is forced to feather. Ooh, a big shock from Team Japan, actually. Gets all their mid spots onto the glider and dodges Bakutin in 7th place, but that's still going to be top 2 for France.
J'ai pris pour avoir un bip.
Dans mon moins.
Il y a un
Very weird shock, but
Je vais jouer en bas.
it makes it really close here in the front. Anything could happen.
qui rebondit. genre.
J'ai 3 raids.
I think Lom Diar's up here as well with Popov.
J'ai trop bien.
Nana, atterrissage.
Nana after the cut, but he's still alive. Bakutin gets redded. Now top 2 for France at the moment.
Il est là super loin.
But anything could happen here in the final stretch. There's a couple of shortcuts,
Pour finir.
Ah,
but there's not going to be a shock. Top 3 for France, actually.
Il cut ou pas?
je le donne large.
Oui, cut.
Attends, ça vaut.
Je vais-
No-
je vais méga, je vais
No
méga.
one from Japan has infiltrated first place yet, but Purple does have triple nanas. Gets ghosted, but he's still going to be fine. He has plenty of coins. But he decides to go for this bottom path. Does beat out Purple in the end, though. Just barely.
Je fais 8
That's top 2 for France.
Ok, ça va, ça va.
And probably 7, 8 as well as 11. 6, 7, 8. That's going to be a winning race for Team France.
Pour le moment, c'est bien.
Oui, allez, continue.
They're going to bring their lead back to 30.
Allez, choc.
Non, mais au moins on gagne. C'est pas grave.
Le choc.
It's almost like the caster curse isn't real or something. No, maybe I'm not even talking about you. I'm talking about Jesus Reyes, who thinks he knows everything.
Bazar.
Ok, bah go, bazar.
Boost ramp is faster than glider.
Le boomrock ne touche à 2. Bon,
I don't know if that's true.
bon, ça touche. Genre.
I mean, we saw Purple take the glider, and he had way less coins, and he was like right on top of him. But maybe it's like,
Oh là là.
I don't know,
Ok, bon.
2 frames faster.
Fais attention au top au golden surtout. La fin, on en parlera plus tard.
Oui.
Là, franchement, ça fait
parlera au la proie.
Au début,
I see.
avec les deux, on fait un débrief, hein, ok? Mais genre vraiment, en mode, on détaille vraiment de où est la situation, on est combien, vraiment, tu sais, on a le temps. Donc, go se focus dessus aussi.
I imagine it's barely faster, but it doesn't make... I don't think it makes that much of a difference. But anyways. Rainbow Road. Definitely a Japan track pick to mix things up, hopefully. There's so much time in this race that literally anything can happen. The start basically doesn't matter. What really matters on this track are the shortcuts after lap 2 starts.
Vas-y.
Those shortcuts are what going to determine the front presence for the rest of the race, essentially.
Avec le LMD, on en prend.
So this is just all formality,
Ouais, ouais.
this first lap.
Ils sont trois.
They're trying to position themselves in a good enough spot to maybe,
Pour choc.
you know, take out some people who do take the shortcuts. That's basically it.
J'ai 3
Je la bleue.
Franchement, méga.
J'ai
Golden méga.
And these triple reds do take out some of Japan, but like I said,
J'ai la bleue.
you don't really want to be in the front. Okay, well, Waze gets bumped a lot.
Ah, mais.
Is going to take an 11th place box here.
Méga, on sait pas.
France have a lot of the bottom spots, which is actually good for them in this case.
J'ai un golden, j'ai un golden.
Popov probably has a golden. So does Waze here.
Ils sont en golden.
Both of them are probably going to be able to get into the front.
Golden à 3. Je vais méga dans le cut en 10.
Là, ça vaut.
Il s'est fait boost en golden.
Un combat cut.
Yeah, as you can see, this cut just saves so much time. Popov has a mega mushroom behind that golden. 2-4 at least for Team France at the moment. He does squish Balkaton off the track. Now it's 2-3
Prends les box derrière.
for France. I don't know if they're first or not, but
Je lance une bombe.
he might go for a slow horn here. Does get it onto Okashi. Oh, actually, he misses it just barely.
Vite golden.
He goes for the shroom gap. Does he make it?
J'ai fait le cut.
Just barely.
Ils sont en ville, on l'a-
Well done by Waze. Now he's in second place. Who is first, though? Is it one of them?
Ouais, c'est lui, c'est lui.
It is Liaz. He might be able to trail him off the glider here. That might be lag, though. Did he get him or not? I think he's dead.
Deux box, je prends deux box.
That's the top 2 for France.
Ouais, je vais activer ici pour.
Ouais, active ici au cas où. Ils peuvent l'avoir.
Top 3, actually.
Au moins, en 3.
Là, c'était la voix.
J'ai un bout après. J'ai un bout là.
Il reste son mate.
J'ai Bill Golden, je l'ai bien.
Great start for France on this Rainbow Road. Ghost now stealing the triple greens. He backs purple in the face. Incredible back, but there's a blue shell from third, taking out Pop-Off. But there's triple reds, I think, for Lom DR, so it's actually still a great spot. Triple greens, actually. Louise might back these hammers to go over Lom DR, but he actually decides to hold them instead. Might go for the snipe on the left path. Incredible camera snipe. What a play by Louise. Play of the match so far. Incredible recognition to just go for that. Have absolutely no fear of hitting his teammates there. And it worked out very nicely.
Reste à gauche, reste à gauche.
Top 3 for now
À droite, je suis à droite.
for France.
J'ai un bout moins après.
Maybe even top 4.
J'en ai back un, j'en ai back un.
On va essayer d'en choper.
But it's all going to come down here to the end. Do Japan pull the shock
Tu fais en 4 là.
Il a une bombe
and target shock a bunch of France and get a bunch of dodges?
Je vais les schlag.
We'll have to see, but France at the moment dominating the front.
Il est en bille aussi. En
If they can just manage to not have a shock completely ruin their race, they will get a huge lead on Team Japan for the final stretch.
Oh putain.
Feather gets ghosted, but that's totally fine for Waze. He does not mind at all. Gets the cut very nicely. And there's no target shock onto his teammates behind. Top 2 for now.
Vous êtes où?
À toi, Starlo.
Allez, passez.
Je bill. C'est moi le bill, je vais golden juste après.
Can Japan even get into top 3? We'll see, but there's a lot of French bills as well. They do have bottom 2 at the moment, but we'll see what it shapes out in the end. Yeah, bottom 2 it looks like for France. Actually, no. 2 of them get hit off at the end. That might be a bottom 2 for Japan. Not bottom 2, but top 3, 9, 10, 11 is a decent race for France. They did a fantastic job keeping their front presence past those shortcuts, and it converted into a winning race. Now they're up from 30 to 40 points. That's a full race up that they are on Japan.
Juste ne pas commencer à tuer. Une bonne petite avance, ça, c'est ok.
On a une équipe, on y croit.
Allez, c'est parti.
Quoi?
Bah, souk, on t'a fait, non? Ouais.
I always thought the French just gave us a disgusting way to kiss. Apparently they are good at Mario Kart. Yeah,
On est en territoire ennemi.
they're one contribution to the society.
Ils ont pas l'Oberia, c'est bon. Ils ont pas-
Faut bien space si on a du Shrome.
Ouais.
Ils vont avoir le cœur qui bat à 1000 pendant le Nisk.
Ouais, faut qu'on ait tous une box.
Et oui, je rigole.
J'aimerais bien un mec du top 3, j'aimerais bien qu'il ralentisse à côté d'eux. Genre, je sais pas, en mode, ils ralentissent, les top 2 avoir des box tranquilles, et les 3
Ouais, ouais.
ils freinent un peu pour essayer.
Let's see what Waze does here at the start. Decides to just run. Lom DR has a shroom though. I wonder if he's gonna do the feather cut right here, or if he's gonna hold this for the snow patch. He does do this feather cut, but fails it! Oh no! He's not gonna... Okay, he does actually get decent items. See a lot of Japan in the top spots. It seems like Starlo might be going for the Nisk. Well, Waze got redded. Doesn't look like Starlo made it.
Ah non, je suis en bout.
Or actually might have been Lom DR, but same. Same. They're both on Baby Daisy. Blue Shell comes out for Team Japan, but they are top 3 at the moment, so it's not going to do too much damage. Mega for Starlo.
Je passe,
Ouais, 5, 6. Ok.
Or not Starlo, for Waze.
je draft là, fais gaffe à ton full.
Ah, il a 3 raids. 3 verts, 3 verts.
On a deux tous les deux.
T'es tanké, moi j'ai un golden, je peux pas tanker. Tu tankes.
Bah.
Still top 2 for Japan. Bakuten does slow red 2 of France. Very good job on his end. Does give a draft, though, to Waze.
Je vais devoir bon en 3.
But that's not a huge deal. Valor is goldening up. He probably has shrooms after, if I had to guess.
Je l'ai bon devant le cut, il est mort.
Oh, actually, I think he has Ghost.
Golden, on est. Faut pas que je fasse-
Yeah, he has Ghost, triple, or no. Do you have Ghost triple mushrooms and Ghost Okashi? That might have been the case.
2, 3, 7, 8.
Ils sont
2-3 now
Fred.
for France.
Ouais, non, c'est gênant.
Il a juste une banane, hein.
Et 2, 3, 7, 8.
They do still have a breakaway in first, but it's
Non, il a pas dit dans mon last.
very close in the mid pack. And it's going to come down to those positions. Does get the back onto Okashi and onto Kusan. Huge damage
Ah, il est mort avec le raid.
onto their mid spots, but does get hit by Kusan in the end. The good thing about this, though, he gave Valor a big breakaway in second place, and maybe his teammates have a great chance of coming back in the end. Ghost for a ways now. Might have to use it. Might actually try to Ghost Boxton here.
Sinon, ça gêne.
I think he does Ghost him, but it's going to be too late.
Des peuvent aller.
J'ai méga en
Non.
neuf.
Oh no, he backed Pop-Off off the track.
Des bananes à la fin.
J'ai méga, je crois.
Really, really bad for their team.
On fait pas de 2. Non, peut-être pas.
2, 5, 6.
Yeah, 2-5-6
De la map, c'est horrible.
for
2, 5, 6, 7.
France.
Hmm.
And they are getting last as well. Winning race for Japan, but not by too much. It's going to bring their lead to about, yeah, 32.
32.
Not the worst race ever, but it would have been so much better had Waze just held off on his green.
Trop map, les gars.
Non, on a déjà joué gouffre observatoire.
Ouais, c'est-
Unfortunately, he did not notice him in time.
Les autres, on sait les jouer un minimum.
But let's switch back over to Kusan now.
アットさん32か。
掴みに行こ
なんかどっかで1レース割り切んないとダメかもな、この点数。
Japan opt for Cheap Cheap Falls. I know they love this track, so I'm interested to see
まあでも副砲
how this goes.
だから
まあ、
強いしね
なんなら前固めてサンダー引いて、
まあそれが理論
前
値だからね
で打って。刺すとかの方がいいけ
うんまあ負け確になるような人が2
No,
人いる
no,
ようにだけど
Derek, he got backed off the track by Waze. We saw it.
あんまり入れ替わりは減らしていこ
Can we get purple POV? No. Get wrecked. Anyways, Kusan now. Starting in fourth for Cheap Cheap Falls is probably the best spot to start on for this track. Doesn't get a fantastic start though. Seems like a lot of France managed to get into the front here, despite it being a Japan track pick, but I think they actually recovered a lot of those top spots now.
う。右ダブル取るよ。
26秒終わりす
It
れば
appears to be at least a 1-3-4 for them. Maybe even greater.
キラーキー
Build Mega for Kusan. He decides he's going to hold this. Does a weird version of
い
the
なくなるいなくなる。
cut. Very interesting.
2の1誰かにとって死んだ人
2の1誰か
Okay, it seems like France are cutting up.
う1345だよ
あ死んだわ
Kusan decides he's going to build in the cut,
2の1
try and get to the front in this manner.
自分行く自分行く
自分ちょっとアウト行くわ。
7でチンの使ってるロック入ってる
オッケー。
ごめんボム俺でやボム俺ボム
いいよ、
俺
先行って、先行って。
8で巨大
France have a lot of those upper mid spots right now. 2-3-4 for them.
ありがとう
妨害するわ
ありがとう
They do not connect that bomb though.
一回割るよ
Kusan does have a Mega in 6. He's probably going to use this at the end of the lap to cut up into a top spot.
自分テレサ測ってるわ。
Liaz does look like he's getting redded, but I think he ghosted to avoid it.
巨大入れるわ巨大入れた巨大入れた
Kusan now in this Mega. Okashi fails the cut though.
詰めていこう
What ways gets the horn off onto
左的はダメだよどっちかって
purple? Top 2 for France, but Kusan of course has triple mushrooms to cut into the front. He might go for a triple Nanas play onto both Will Ways and Pop-Off, but he holds onto them for now.
急でデカあデカ入れたわ
He might just try to guarantee first place here.
怪しいよな多分
2-4-5 for Team Japan. Oh, the shot getting Pop-Off right after the Tarzan. And Will Ways onto it as well. Not now, they get top 2. But Pop-Off is cheap-cheaped.
かなり確かね。
Will Ways does make the cut.
投げるよいやだね
Bombs Knight does not come out onto Will Ways, but Red comes onto Pop-Off. That's a lot
まあまあ
of bottom spots for France. That's going to be a winning race for Team Japan, but only barely. Only barely.
いや悪くないよ
まあまあまあ
Probably like a +4, +6, maybe even +2. Might even be even, actually. Let's see.
プラマイ
Yeah, it's an even race. And I think there's 2 races to go, so they're going to need 2 huge races here
20点
to win game 2. But right now, France are in the driver's seat.
3切っ
to win game 2.
まあまあまあまあ、どうしよ
か
うかね
けるなら、かけるならまあ骨ついとかだと思うけどね。
骨追加マリブ
骨
サ
ついて取り切れてないんだよな、いつも。あなんだかんだ。
そうだよね。
それはそう。
うん
なんならマリブサの方が取れてる。
なんだらそうだね。
マリウさんまだか。
スノーマート。
I have to wonder if he wins if he pulls out the nanas.
ヘイカニで前
I feel like he could have, but
まあ234陛下に現実的だと思うよ。
the thing is, what would be really good about that play is
切んないといけなそう。
even if he misses, he can back on the Tarzan and have a really good chance at simply
確定法。
taking them out
あそう
regardless if he trails them or not.
戦闘
And they're not going to have a box
骨つい
that's going to be a shroom at least for the rest of the race. So I think that would have been the better play, but decides to try and hold the shroom for the ending cut, and it doesn't work out this time.
7からレール目指すわ。
2 races remaining.
2からレール。
Shy Guy Bazaar now. If France get a winning race here, it makes it almost impossible for Japan to win, and Kusan getting the worst respawn of all time
俺と草野さんめっちゃ
on Shy Guy Bazaar
死んでる。
floats in the air for about 3 seconds. Now Balkaton and him are gone in bottom 2, which is really, really bad for their prospects.
7さんと
外やれ外やれ外やれ。
France are top 2 at the moment.
赤さん。
No good items either for Kusan.
はい了解。
下さん、下さん。
Bottom 3 now for Team Japan.
34かな。
34346。
But they do hit out France.
巨大入れる。
Don't get into second, though.
なくはない。
次1枚だ、僕。
Right now,
死んでる。
1枚割るね。
France are dominating the top positions, but
じゃあバクターお願い。
it's going to come down to whether they can pull shock. Kusan does not get a good box here in 8th. It's only going to be triple mushrooms.
僕いける。僕2枚割る。ああ、カード。
France have a big break in top 2. If they can just keep that for the rest of the race, they almost have this match locked up for game 2.
平浦さんがやってるよ。
了解。
Okay, Japan have shock.
11ね今。
無敵は
I think Kusan's going to go for a last place box to try and pull Bill, maybe.
敵だいぶ緊急です。
Oh, he actually doesn't get the double. And
2
but Shock is in front of him. Yeah, Balkaton had it.
詰めるなら
Target shocks both of top 2 from France. That's a huge shock, but Kusan gets landed off the track. Still top 2 for France as well. They've managed to keep it despite the target shock onto both of them.
下ルート行ってる。
But it's going to be much closer here at the end. Kusan might go for a box here after the Bill. He does get one. He Bill's in the grass. He's going to have a good chance to get into the front here at the end, especially with this golden.
テレサーからは
It's going to be a mixed bag here at the end. Can Japan infiltrate those mid spots? It's going to be close. Kusan is goldening up. Gonna end up maybe in the 3rd place, but Popov has a green and backs him on the line.
いやー、ダメだな。
That might be a huge race for Team France to give them a big enough lead to win game 2, and I think that is just gonna be very similar actually to match or game 1, but they are actually up 42, so they can't lose this match. We will see a game 3 of the World Cup
まあ
Finals.
DK スノーでも走っとこうか。
そうだね。
まあ初動ゲーだから仕方ないんだよな。
まあちょっと押しちゃっちゃった。
Wow. Okay, so game 3 coming up, guys. It's interesting because very similar results in game 1 and game 2, just on the opposite side.
まあ仕方ないね。これは
France were down 38 in game 1 to Japan, but they DC'd to make it so that they couldn't come back in the end. This time, Japan is down 42, which is not enough, even with a top 6, to beat France. So, both in their own separate ways, the comeback wasn't possible on race 12. So this is just a victory lap now for France. I'm having French fries to celebrate. Guys, the World Cup final is not even over.
触るわ。
下がり目。
It's so close though. Like, this match was just as close as the last. It feels like France, just like Japan in the first game, were in control for most of the match. And Japan, after like race 4, never really had a lead, so they kept that under control for a vast majority of the war, but I wonder if Game 3 will be any different. I wonder if it'll be more back and forth, if there'll be bigger races, or maybe it'll be a domination from one of these nations. We'll have to see, but this race, despite it having no actual score significance for the match, it might have some morale significance for Japan. If they can get a big race, they might see it as, we know we can beat these guys. You just got a little unlucky, and maybe with this race 12 they can show that. They have a big break in top 2 at the moment, in first place, but it's very close in the mid-pack. Kusan's going to be able to get this build extension 100%. Now they have top 3-5. Valor might have even got build bumped by Kusan and is forced to go around, but he actually still made the Nisk. Kusan opting to take these shortcuts. Now, top 4 for Team Japan. Liaz does fail the shortcut, though, so he might be doomed to a bottom spot this race because of how close this pack is here at the end. Oh, he actually pulled a feather, does Kusan at the end, but it's not going to matter. He still gets top 2, and Liaz gets a lucky ghost at the end to get into 3rd place. Okay. Like I said, even though this doesn't matter for the overall score of the match, top 3 is pretty nice to carry some potential momentum into Game 3. They only lose by 32. France lost by 30. Japan loses by 32. Only 2 points separating these two nations in the first 2 games. It's going to be a barn burner for Game 3. What a match so far. The World Cup final is shaping up to be a good one.
良かったし、やりたい。みんな。そうなんだよな。
Axis versus Ally. It's crazy work. I wonder, are Japan making a bunch of changes? Are they going to talk about making changes? I just saw a bunch of them join call. Maybe they're just trying to give them some encouragement, but... Oh, ad. But yeah, that game 2 was definitely interesting. I think, despite how the games have gone, I don't really have a read on who has played better so far. Like I said, it's been only 2 points separating these two. It feels like France dominated the front presence just like Japan did in the previous war, but it felt like France got a bit more shocks as well, so I don't know. It feels like Team Japan, if they get an even shock count, might be the favorites overall, just because it felt like that time shock carried a lot more impact. But at the same time, there were plenty of instances where France just had a stronghold on the top spots and managed to just keep those. So, I don't know. It'll be interesting to see. Japan calling in reinforcements 12v6. Oh, yeah. I'm sure that's what's happening. Also, there's just a scroll bar in the middle of the screen. It's hilarious. But yeah, I imagine we're going to get Game 3 started in about 10 minutes. So hold on to your horses. Get some snacks. I have a snack, actually, myself. I have some Cheez-Its. I'll have some of these while we wait. Wait, you guys can't hear me crunching. There's no ASMR. Not this stream. How sad. I wonder if there's going to be any substitutions made for either side. I kind of want to take a look at the lineups for both of them. So, I believe this is what they had in match 1, or in game 1, for France. I don't think anything changed. I don't know who the Japanese guy besides Kusan is. But I'm pretty sure everyone except maybe that Japanese guy was in for Japan. Let me double check, though. Nope. So everyone played in games 1 and 2 for both sides. So, I don't know. Maybe there's an adjustment from either side, but since they both won a game each with those 6, they might just stick with them and hope, you know, they roll the dice and things turn out nice. Bars. What are your thoughts on one of your fans being a horse? That's crazy. Who's the horse in chat? I need to know. Oh, your horse is watching, I see. Yo, that's me. Sorry, my fault. Oh, Waze is replaying his play of the game. You know, I'm glad I was on his POV for that. That was definitely play of the match so far, because imagine that's like triple greens, a boomerang, anything that can really grief France in the top. That would have been an absolute disaster for them in that race, because they had bottom spots after top 3 for the most part, but since they were able to keep those, there was basically no chance at Japan getting a good race, and it was from their track pick too, so it was double huge in that way. I'm actually curious, what is... Okay, Starlet's actually not practicing. Neither is Kusan. Aways is a grinder. Does not care how intense the moment is. He needs practice. I mean, Game 3 of a World Cup Finals, it does not get more nerve-wracking. You never play for more in your Mario Kart career than in this moment. I imagine for some, they would crumble. For some, they would shrivel in the moment, but so far, Waze instead is living up to that moment, you know? I mean, that hammer play, crazy. He has been in the top spots for France a majority of their races as well. You know, Japan, on the other hand, despite having the, I'd say, greater talent all around, like, they have a wealth of talent to choose from. It seems like, you know, in some moments, they seem to really not want to play that aggressive. Like, Kusan, for example, on that Cheap Cheap Falls race, he definitely could have just taken out, potentially, both of France in one fell swoop right before the Tarzan, and it would have absolutely ruined their race, but instead, he held onto the mushroom to maybe get ahead of them at the end, but it didn't work out that way, because he got target shocked, and then France had top 2. Unfortunately, Popov hit a Cheap Cheap, but it would have been top 2 for them had the Cheap Cheap not been there. And I wonder if maybe that's part of nervousness, or just a, you know, a disagreement in decision making, but I feel like you've got to be more aggressive, if anything, in these moments, because you want to have the upper mental edge whenever you can. And I think France have kind of... They're really, really good at kind of forcing you to always be on the lookout for them, because they will not hesitate with any of their items. Like, you even saw... We saw Waze back a green onto pop-off, which, you know, that's a bad play, obviously, but he's not hesitating, right? He's just trying to hit out the most of Japan that he can. And sometimes that'll come at the cost of his own teammate, but if he's, you know, aware enough, he's going to hit Japan more than he's going to hit his own team, so... I don't know. I feel like this could go either way. Like I said, Japan have the individual talent, but France, they've got unmatched aggression. So, let's put another poll up. Who's going to win Game 3, guys? Who wins Game 3? Is it Japan or is it France? From what you guys have seen so far, what do you think? Who's going to win it all in this World Cup final? Honestly, if I had to give you a score prediction, I'd say France barely comes out on top. 498 to 486. A 12-point win. And instead of it being over at race 11, I think it's going to be down to the last race this time. These guys have been incredibly close the whole way. Does Kusan have the lobby up? Okay, he does.
できない。画面今日はできない。ちょっと配信が重くなって
視点は各々が開いてもらってって感じ。
で、合わせて
We just have 4 more to join.
なるほどね。オッケーオッケー。それが通話にいる誰かしらを
2 of Japan, 2 of
456
France.
456いけて
They
る
might be trying to get those bottom spots
トイレ行ってくるわ。
さっき
actually for a potential
トイレに行ってか
like whistle stop pick, especially Japan.
ロベさんが画面
Since they are 5,
で
6.
俺は普通に配信でその秒数合わせて見てた。ああ、なるほどね。うん。え、じゃあロベさんいないじゃん。ああ、そういうことか。そういうことか。ロベさんがいなくなるから、そう。
Oops.
まあ、最初おかしさんがその画面をできるかも。うん。
These teams are trying to get any advantage they can. And being in the top spots is an advantage of itself, but so is being in the bottom spots. So we might be waiting the full 3 minutes here for these guys to join the lobby.
オッケー。うん。あ、ちょっとじゃあ合わせて解説するか。
You guys think it'll be France so far, but I think there's only 1 vote separating,
もう移動するか。
1 or 2 votes separating these guys, so get your votes in, guys.
頑張ってくださいね。
ありがとう。ありがとう。
We need the official chat prediction.
頑張れ。もう最後、本当に。
任せて
はい。ラスト。ファイトでーす。頑張るぞ。はい。
ありがとう。
お疲れ様です。
お疲れ様でした。
いきます。お疲れ様です。はいはいはいはい。
勝つぞ。勝ちますか。
Oh, Liberia is in for one of Japan's members, by the way. I just noticed.
8人から動きませんね。
So Liberia has been subbed in. Have no idea for who. It could be for that Japanese guy that I have no idea who it is. The other two, or the other option would be, I guess there's two other options, right? But we have Liaz and Call, right? And Purple. So they're both in. So he's probably in for the Japanese guy. That I have no idea who his name is. But France, I don't think they have any substitutions. We could try and see their call, but I'm guessing they're sticking with the same 6. But Liberia, if you don't know who he is, probably one of the fastest players in the world. He's held almost every category of the speedrun world records, for at least the normal tracks, up until the 1.7 patch, which shaped up the items a lot. So he is no slouch, even though he wasn't in the first 2 matches. Definitely one of the fastest people in the world. And I imagine... Okay, so that Japanese guy that was in is still playing for them. Who's out for Team Japan then? 'Cause it's not Lias, I don't think. Huh.
強制開始はないのこれ。強制開始あったら5人5対4で始められるけど。
始めるって言った瞬間に俺一瞬入ってもう6対4でやるから。ないから3打点だこれ。
Who do you think has had the strongest performance on each team in the World Cup overall? Honestly, I don't really see it as like an individual performance from everyone. If I just say who has the most impact on Japan, at least, it's Bakutin, but that's probably because I see him making more plays because he's on Spike and everyone else on his team is on Swoop. But like, oh, you know who Liberia is in for? Okashi, probably. That might be the case. Yo, France, join the fucking lobby. Starlo! My goodness. Stop making us wait. Okay, Saru joined.
もう大丈夫？
今10来たから。
あ、オッケーオッケー、入るわ。
悔しいと言ってる。
Okay, all of Japan are in. We're just waiting on freaking Starlo. There we go. Okay, both teams were away. I don't think they can penalty or give penalties to each other. We'll stick to Kusan for race 1. After race 1, I will close the poll. So get your votes in right now. Or do you think we'll win game 3? So far, Japan are winning that. They're picking Whistle Stop. I think it's crazy because Whistle Stop is definitely the strongest track pick in the game. Because you can just get really good starts. But I'm surprised these teams are trying that hard to get spots in the bottom. It's kind of crazy. Alright, Game 3. Game 3 of the World Cup Finals. Japan versus France. Liberia has subbed in for Okashi for game 3. Everyone else on France stays the same.
了解。
Let's see how this goes. Pop-off pulling triple Nana straight away. That's a huge pull.
はい、うん。
Takes out Lomdiar though as well.
1位出た。
はい。今したいね。
Right now, Japan hold down first.
7で死んでる。
And Kusan is redded
だいぶ
off.
死んだ。
He's going to be stuck in the back for much of this race. Saru's back here as well. Right now, it's pretty mixed bag in the front. It'll be
ああ、勝ちたわ。まあいい。
interesting to see who comes up with good items here. Loberia does sit on the set and bump out Kusan a
一応
little
2枚
bit.
割れる。2枚割れるよ。
We see top 2 for France at the moment,
2枚しかない。
but it's very, very close.
はい。
Kusan is going to opt to bag here to try and get shock. There's a Kamek out as well. That could do some damage to the top
1
2.
枚割れる。
Golden Bill
1枚だけ。
for Kusan. He's going to opt to catch up with this.
ああ、ごめん。
Oh, France get bottom 3 boxes. This could be bad for Japan, especially if they manage to pull it here.
赤さんちょっと待って。
Only top 2 though for France. 3, 4, 5 belong to Japan. And there's a huge breakaway in top 5.
いい大丈夫。キラーで上がる。
Unfortunate red for Bakutin. It looks like France got a back off into 3rd place, but it's still very, very close in the front. And Kusan is going to be able to catch up here, potentially. He might golden now, he might wait. He's just deciding to wait.
345。
Golden and gold shell, unfortunate pull. That's kind of what you have to expect from a 7th place box. Still very spread
今
out.
今今今来るなら今来るな今絶対今。
Don't think anyone has shock right now. Kusan gets hit by the green, but Valor gets bombed. 3, 4, 5 still for Japan, but it's spreading out even more.
カップ後ろ入る。
Japan gets backed on the rail as well. It's going to be guaranteed top 2. Can France get any of these mid spots here at the end, or is it going to belong all to Japan?
オッケーオッケー。
It's very close. I don't know.
6まで味方。
That might be an even race to start us off. I think that's like top 2. Yeah, top 2, 7, 9, 10, 12. If I had to guess, it's probably straight even. Yep. There you go. As opposed to the first 2 games where France had a big race for both of them, this one, even after 1.
3456。
Alright, you guys think
終わり終わり。
Japan will win this, it seems. Oh my gosh, with 6, 7 votes too. Oh my goodness.
シポコシポコ。オッケーオッケー。
I honestly think France are going to win. I'm rooting for them too, so
ナイス。
ナイス。
Nice.
we'll see. Okay, they got Whistle Stop Summit for their track pick. They have a 3, 4, 5, and 6. So this could go very well for them if they manage to survive and space out well. I'm actually going to stay on Kusan, especially since he is in 6th.
から右レール。
See what they can cook up here at the start. Gets on the left rail. Double tricks as well. Does not go for Red Rock, but has triple mushrooms in first place already. Great start for him. And he's able to keep all of them. Might even go for the shroom gap.
ここ大事よ。ここの生存ね。
He does go for it, but he gets ghosted. He can't recover with the shroom here. He does get it decently, but not amazingly. Top 2, though, for Japan. Lots of top spots here.
俺10割りする。
Top 3, potentially even 5, 6. Or no, just top 3, 5.
キラーチンチのだわ。次いけない。
One of them has Golden Bill in the back, so they might be catching up.
誰か行ったな。誰か止まって、誰か止まって、誰か止まって、誰か止まって。あー、ごめん、
France are bottom 3 now. Kusan does have a feather, though, to build his breakaway. He might end up backing on this right whale at the end. No, he decides to hold it.
待って、俺も止まるわ、これ。
Spike balls might take out Kusan! No, he survives, but he has to take a weird adjustment. To do so, he is getting blued. Top 4, though, for Japan.
ナイスギナイスギ。
And he gets horned by his teammate! Huge stuff from Team Japan. Right now, they are in the driver's seat to get a huge race on Whistle Stop Summit.
前に呼んで。
But what of the shock?
前に呼ぼう。押さないようにする、押さないように。
Right now,
2枚割れる。2枚割れるよ。いや、シングルでいい、シングルでいい。
Team Japan are contesting. But it's all going to come down who gets that shiny yellow item. Because Because there could be a TS right here, right now. There is a ghost, or he doesn't want people to ghost his feather here.
入れた入れた。はい。
Okay, actually there was a ghost. I wasn't wrong. A lot of mid spots belong to France though, and one of their not that big.
あ、プラス
And the stream is dying. Are we back?
前に
I think we're back.
まあ
There's just a temporary death.
リアズコインってそうしてそうして
Is what Kusan is doing faster than Red Rock? No, but it's close and it's much safer. So Japan take the lead for now, but it's still very close.
話を聞いてないなやっぱ
These teams have been back and forth every race,
確認ね聞いた上で確認ね
and it's only continuing in Game 3. Salty Speedway for Japan, but they don't have
ちょっと違うな。
those mid spots that you so desperately want. We'll see how it turns out for the first bit of the track, but I don't know if I like this track pick. We might see Kusan make the starting strat, but it's very difficult and somewhat inconsistent, so we'll see what happens. Liaz is going to go for coins, give Kusan as much space as possible. He does make it, only barely though, and it looks like Bakuten does back his stance before trailing Kusan. Kusan shrooms up, back into first place. Starlo and Lomdiar seems are in 2-3, but... Oh, actually they got hit out, so now Japan are top 4. This could be huge for them, but just like in the last war, there are going to be so many opportunities for France to catch up on this track, because this just has so much comeback potential, especially on lap 3. However,
バナナ気をつけて
if Japan can build a breakaway here, not even Shock can bring France back.
テレサバナさんテレサバナさん
やれてないやれてない。
Right now, though, top 2-4 at least for Team Japan.
オッケー、我々2枚ある2枚。
They are building a breakaway, though.
了解
Okay, Purple has Shock.
ウエルーと金置いとく
He's gonna pull it out in about 10th place. Kusan pulls a feather as well. Is able to make the feather cut as well. TS is a bunch of the mid spots here.
僕は
Makes it pretty decently safe for the top spots to make
見
it.
えないないないないないない
Dodging a couple of their bottom spots as well.
前に4ね。
Huge breakaway for Team Japan. And with that Shock, might just secure it. But we'll have to see. There could be triple reds from France in 3rd place to take out potentially 2nd. But Kusan is holding down 1st place at the moment.
コネクト入れたわ。
トゲ受ける
Blue Shell, though, is going to come out and take Kusan.
トゲ受けるよ
He's not going to be able to do anything about this. He's going to
壊してる
break the boxes, but is that going to be enough speed for him? No coin block to give him acceleration, but he barely holds on to 2nd
前
place.
に前に前に
That is a big race for Japan, but it could have been better considering they are bottom 2.
ナイス
That's a top 2-4-7 once again, or top 2-4-8.
しゃあないな、あれは。
So, similar race to the last one. It's going to be a small gain, but with the Shock and a huge top 2 breakaway, you got to think that probably should have been better.
クパキャ OK
了解。
Let's go Japan beat the Cooners? You're saying that about Team Japan, by the way. Just want to point that out.
まあまだ選択肢はあるよ
Where literally half the team have anime girl profile pics. Just saying, alright? I don't know what France have in terms of profile pics, but
なしではない
Luis has what, Ayana Koji? Saru's got, what, Goku?
はい。
Maybe Starlo has an enemy girl, and then I think Lom DR has his own me as anime, but anyways. Let's switch to Starlo POV now.
Je rate le Nisk, donc à chaque fois je me fais baiser. Genre la pancarte elle est hit avant moi.
Goku, my favorite anime girl.
J'y vais.
Il me bug. Ah bah je l'ai du coup.
Un des top 2.
Oh, okay, that's a good start for France. They're already top 3, it looks like.
Pareil. Ils sont là.
C'est large.
Il a raté, il a raté.
Definitely their track pick as well.
On 9, 10, 11.
Japan are 2-3-4, or no, they're only 2-3. Waze, or not Waze, Starlo. This is Starlo POV. He managed to just cut in the top 2. Pop off. He lets him pass, but he misses purple and he's off the track. That's not ideal, and Japan are going to all shroom up in 3, 4, 5, 6 here. Bakutan does have triple mushrooms to break the boxes.
J'en ai eu un.
But
Que derrière toi.
one of France do make it and have a decent breakaway. However, there could be a lot of Japan with bad items coming up. They are 2-3, so they can rotate with each other if they end up pulling triple reds. 1-4-6 for France.
Ils ont bon en 2.
What does Starlo pull here? Only 4 mushrooms. He's going to stay back for Team France to try and pull shock. Can't get 2 boxes here. Bakutan looks like he's going to cut right next to Pop Off in first place. They get bottom 2 there, but no shock it seems. Bakutan uses his last shroom to get into first place. They do have a breakaway in top 2. It's going to be down to the wire for them. Can Starlo or Saru pull the shock? Mega for Starlo. Liaz could have it in the back. It doesn't look like he has it. He might have Bill. Oh, not the ad! Get out of here. Okay, let's go back to Woways. Oh, it's Woways and Bakutan battling it out, not Pop-Off. He does pull a red and a bomb. This could be a good bomb snipe opportunity. He might go for a camera snipe. He might go for a bomb on the double. He decides to back it instead on the Loberia. He connects. He has another red. Oh! The shot comes out, gives him a somewhat slow glider to ensure first, but France are coming up here at the end. 2-3, 5-6 at least. Bottom 2 for Team Japan. That's actually a winning race for them, despite giving up first place.
Ils se chient dessus, hein. Vous avez vu ce qu'ils font, genre.
Non, mais c'est quoi ce choc? On a tué nos deux, donc du coup ça fait que.
Ouais,
on a bien
Wow. That is going to be a winning race. I don't think that's going to put them in the lead, but it's going to be close. Yeah, only -8. It's been so back and forth so far. We'll stay on Woways, because why not?
Allez, les Dirac.
Oh, was it -6? And I'm just blind? No, bro. PFS is baiting me. Ain't no fucking way. Guys, everyone say pretty fucking stupid in chat right now. Please.
J'hésitais, ouais, Souk.
Ouais,
Ouais, Souk.
He's trying to gaslight me. Make me think I'm terrible at math. Low-key, I thought you were referring to the race differential? No. No. PFS actually die. Okay. It's a little too far. Let's chill out.
On les baise!
Oui.
On est meilleur que de toute façon. Premier degré,
Mais ils doivent se chier dessus aussi.
Okay. Who is going to survive here at the start?
J'ai le rail, j'ai le rail.
Well, Waze does. Is he going to go for turn skip, though? He does.
J'ai une raid.
And he makes it
Une raid de côté.
so far. Of course, he has to make this ending part. But this, at least at the start of the race, is the more easy portion. He does hold on to first. 1-3 for France at the moment. But how will this shape out after the cut here and the beginning rail? That's really going to be the deciding factor for the front spots. Pop-Off is in second, so top 2, 4, 5, 6, I think, for France. Lot of top spots. Pop-Off is forced to horn, not able to use that forward potential blue. There's a gold shell that takes out a lot of France on the rail, actually. So there's going to be a lot of mid spots belonging to France, but still top 2 for them. There is a Kamek, though, that might get him on the turn. Oh, it's a brutal Kamek, but he does adjust well. What kind of things are we going to see? Camels! Camels for Ruiz, but he dodges them quite nicely. Unfortunately, a blue shell is going to take him out. He's going to have to fall off the track. Bakuten is going to take over first, along with some other member of Japan. He megas up, does not squish Valor. Bomb up on the rail, that could connect, and that hits a bunch of Japan! Huge bomb! Erases a lot of their top presence there. And now, only top 2 for Team Japan. He's gonna go for the turn skip, actually. No, but he fails it! Gives the third place boss to pop off. Could he pull triple reds? He has only 1 at the moment. And Liaz is building up. Okay. Seems like a lot of Japan are catching up here. He's going very wide to try and squish France, but that loses him a bunch of time. That could give up a spot. He does not in the end. It's a good race, though, for Team Japan still. Even after that huge bomb snipe from Oways, it just was not enough to bring them top spots. Oh, actually, Saru infiltrated. 2, 4, 5, 6. That's actually not a losing race. I thought that was top 3 for Japan. Turns out, it's just a -2 for France. They're only down 10 now.
La bleue et après, frère, il a un méga en 3.
Bah, j'arrive en snipe 2 sur le rail après, mais ils étaient tout.
Bah, je crois que je l'ai nique en fait, tu snipes et je horn, du coup ça nique tout. Genre.
Ouais, mais ils étaient encore top 2 après. Non, pas grave.
Ouais, ils étaient tout, c'est pas grave.
Après, on perd de 2, ça va, c'est ok.
Ouais, franchement.
Do you lose items when hit by a bomb? Sometimes this game will decide that your items stay. Also, I closed Kusan's POV. That's not ideal. Let me bring it back up. Kusan.
Bon, après, on les garde pour peut-être qu'on n'a pas d'off, sinon il y a des.
Kusan, where are you?
Ouais, désert.
Pour une Ekito.
Ekito, il joue là-bas.
Oh my god, there's 23,000 people watching the World Cup final for Kusan. That's crazy. Doo-doo-doo. Nope. This. This. I'm gonna switch to Kusan, actually. Oops. Okay, we're good.
死んだ。
前に敵あれ
まあ、
何入ってる
下からかな。
7からダブル。
Alright. Desert Hills seems like a lot of top spots belong to France. But
オッケ
OK
ー。
10割で僕も
it doesn't really matter. It's
攻めてあげてほしい。
all going to be coming down to who has the Goldens for the end of the track and who is gone in the top spots.
僕も割れない。
Seems like France do have majority of the top spots so far. Bakuten is forced to bag since he got hit out of 5th place. And now France are 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. But
キラー俺もキラーだ。俺には
Kusan has a golden. He's going to be able to infiltrate very easily.
6から緊急の
I think Purple and Kusan both have goldens here.
キラーだわ。2の3いけない。
Red for Kusan is not a bad item after his golden, but it's not great.
1位出る。
Very good hammers from Saru, but he's going to be redded out by... Oh, but Kusan throws it terribly and gives up a 2nd place box.
敵はある。7で
But he luckily gets... Oh, he gets horned out by Saru. Great play to release the emergency turbo early. But unfortunately, that takes out Popov's trail as well and gets him redded. Stalo is catching up with a golden. What does Valor have after that bill? Is it something good?
外化ででかい入れる。
Starlo blocks the red and does not get ranged. 9th place box for Kusan. He's going to golden up here at the end. It's going to be so close. These top spots are impossible to tell, but it seems like a lot of France are up there. Bottom 2 maybe. Okay, 9, 10, 11 I think.
ナイス。
Or-
2-3-4-6
Oh, okay. Actually, shaping up to be a even race for Japan. Even maybe a winning run.
まあナイスナイスナイス。
Like I
いい
said,
差しいい差し。
anything could happen on this track. It all comes down to who has the goldens. And it seems like Japan had a majority of them.
積み重ねていこう。
And they're going to expand their lead just a tiny bit.
2-3-4-6どうしようか。
どこがいいかね。
It's a bunch of Japan huge bomb. I don't think we can say that. No, what do you mean?
どっかありますか。
2
We're just talking about Mario Kart, obviously.
あー鎖いける人だったらとてもありだなと思ったけど。
Why would you insinuate anything else? That's
あ、ロベ編あるね。
なんだよ
crazy.
いいじゃん。
ああ、やった。
言いなさいよ。
でもそこで裏でこう言ってたよ。
え、何
僕いないのにロゼ点投げるんだ。
ジェラってた。ジェラってた。
ずっと とネチネチしてたから。
France learned the art of bombing after beating USA. That's crazy.
骨骨です。
早くも勝負。
Okay, let's switch to well, actually, let's switch to Starlo.
Est-ce que LF peut se manifester aussi genre...
Did I mute this? Oh no, I just paused it.
まあどっか右の方。
Okay.
Jouer à.
Drybo's Burnout, I believe, was a France pick. And Bone Dry Dunes in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe was definitely a French track pick. I wonder if a track very similar, a Dry Bones Burnout, is a French track pick as well. I don't know. Maybe it is. But it's a good start for them so far. Top 3, and they all have mushrooms. So, unlike Dry Bones, unlike Desert Hills, Dry Bones Burnout, you do want to have a bunch of front presence. However, golden mushrooms are just as powerful at the end of the track. So, I would say, okay, Starlo's actually aiming to red out Bakutan, which is, I think, a good decision. He's giving his teammates a bit of a breakaway here by schlagging. And it's not bad to be in the back if he ends up getting hit, for example. Shroom Bomb now for Starlo. He might end up using this before the cut to try and hit out Japan. Oh, he does hit him. Does hit Kusan, but he has Shrooms to recover. And now they're only going to be first. Actually, he has a Shroom to dodge it. Japan are backing out, though. That puts up red flags for me. It makes me think that they might have shock. And now Japan are first, but they've, I think, failed the cut. So now they are only 1-5. Starlo's going to end up bagging. Triple Shrooms, what does he get behind? Gets a Mega. France might get bottom 2 spots here. Bottom 2 boxes. What does he get behind his Mega? It's a golden. That's a good pull. Oh, purple has shock probably. Looks like they're about to call it, especially with that drop. They might actually hold off on it because of their dodges. Yep, they managed to hold off, be patient. And now a lot of Japan are coming up at the end. A very good mind game by purple there. Gives them a huge race. That might be the play of the match so far. Forcing out their dodges by dropping behind them. Making them think that they were going to use the shock straight away, but instead they hold on to it, bait out the dodges, and it gets them a 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8. Incredible plays from Team Japan. Now they are up over 40 points. I mean, these are the mind games at the highest level, folks. You are not going to find this anywhere else except for in the World Cup final. I mean, what a display so far. We've had it be back and forth the entire time. But that shock play was definitely the play of the World Cup so far. And that might just win them the match. We'll see. France still do have a chance, but they only have, I think, 4 or 5 races to do it. Down 40 points. It's going to be a tough battle. And they do get their Peach Beach track pick, but this is more of a reset more than a track that's good for bottom spots. We'll see how they manage to play this, but I think is there 4 or 5 left? There's 5. Okay, so much more time than I thought they had. 5 races, 42 points is nothing. Literally, that could go either way. But Japan do have the lead, and it's at least a race lead, so we'll see how they can navigate this. Triple mushrooms for Starlo. He's going to shroom all the way up into 7th place. Going to be able to get a decent item box here too. We'll see what it is. Boomerang shroom. He backs his teammate, unfortunately, but He might be able to get one of Japan. He does.
Je peux prendre deux.
Starlo might end up bagging here with only one mushroom.
Tu vas ça ou pas aussi?
France do have a lot of mid spots as well, so it might be wise to do so.
Vous avez des billes, moi je vais au choc après.
He might go for a 10th or 11th place box. He does get golden. What does he get behind though? Mega, he's gonna have to spam this.
Vas-y, j'ai un petit Geoffrey de friend.
Maybe he holds though. He's gonna hold. Just catch up with it.
Le Béret est mort.
He might use it to avoid the mega of. Nope, he actually holds on to it. He does get the. Oh, actually, it seems like a lot of people bagged there as a set, including some of France. Golden 4, Starlo. He's actually opting not to chain it. We do see France in top 2 at the moment, but it's going to be so close here, especially at the end. Even these bottom spots have a big chance at getting those top spots at the end. Starlo might start goldening now. Try to get a bill or a shock here for his team. Gets only triple shrooms instead. Now only 1-3 for Team France. It's going to be crazy chaos here at the end. What happens? Bill for Starlo. Can they pull a shock and spam it? For him, nope, not quite. But we see a lot of Japan in the back. They get hit a ton. At least 2, 3, 5, I think. Oh, but I think Japan got 9, 10, 12. Or not Japan. France got 9, 10, 12. Oh, they got bottom 4. Oh, that's another huge race for Japan. I thought it was Japan that got hit a bunch at the end, but it was actually France. And now they have a 64-point lead with 4 races to go. It's going to take a miracle for France to do it at this point. This is the biggest lead anyone has had in the match. And it's coming in game 3, the most important. France do still have a chance. They only have to average plus 16 every race. It's definitely not impossible. They get one huge race. They cut that average down a ton. But it's going to be down to these next 2 races as to whether or not they can actually bring it back. If Japan somehow expand their lead, they might be out of it in race 10. Mario Circuit, though, is the track pick for France, but their track pick in PHP didn't work out last time. It could go any which way. And this is very much a reset track, just like the previous one. So it's going to come down a lot to who has the mushrooms to take that big shortcut on lap 2 for this track, but we'll see. At those last 2 races, it might be tough for France to mentally come back in this. But all it takes is 1 minute. 1 minute on Mario Circuit. It seems like Balkatin got hit, so he's not going to be able to be in the front spots, but Starlo has 4 shrooms, unfortunately gets hit by Balkatin, and he also takes out another one of France with shrooms. Pop off. Seems like a lot of Japan are cutting up. Starlo's going to be up there too, but not as far up as he would hope. Top 3 for Japan. Kusan holding down that 3rd place. Liberia in 1st. Hammers, though, that could do a lot of damage. Takes out Kusan off the track. He's going to be doomed to a bad race. Now if he gets triple reds, he could hit out Liaz. Does pull a horn. Doesn't get hit by the greens, and he's going to be able to shroom horn Liaz. Well done by Starlo. He's going to be taking out 2 of Japan, and he avoids the back green. Can he pull his shroom for the end? Triple greens. He might be able to connect these onto Liberia. He throws them all up, and he doesn't connect. But a lot of France coming up here at the end. 2-4, and bottom 2 for Japan. That could be the race they need, even though they didn't get first. 2, 4, 6, 7, 9, 10 is definitely a good race, but it's not plus 16. It's going to bring their lead down to about, what is that, 70? No. That's 64, right? So, they brought it down a little bit, but not by much. Actually, that might have been an even race. Were they down 64? They were down 64, right? So, I think that was an even race. So now with 3 races to go, since they're down 64, they need over 20 points every race. It's going to take a miracle, but if there's any team that can do it, it's Team France. Yo, thank you, Pharaoh, for becoming a member. Appreciate it. Carp, carp, carp.
On n'a pas de choix.
But you know what? Japan track pick. This could seal the deal. If they get a big race here, it is already over. And Japan would win the World Cup. Right now, though, it is Starview Peak. This track, in order to be in the tops, you need to pull shrooms at the start. And it seems like Saru is going on a rampage trying to kill out a bunch of Japan. He gets one, but not the guy with triple mushrooms, which was the biggest threat. Japan do have top 2 after the first shortcut. Triple reds, though, for Japan and France. They get a 1-for-1 trade. Oh, but triple shrooms get ghosted from Starlo. He's not going to be able to be in the front. But 2, 3, 4, 5 for France. If they get any sort of reds off onto Japan, they could be top 4. Starlo, with this horrible pull, is going to opt to stay in the back and bag for shock for his team. We'll see what he gets at the first set. He gets Bill and probably a golden. So he's not going to be able to get 2 boxes. Valor might be able to take over that role for him. Well, Waze is staying back as well. What does Starlo pull? A star. Okay, he can chain twice here. Try and get 2 good boxes, but he might actually opt to just go for the single and take the shortcut like so. Holds his star. I kind of like that play. Oh! Japan... Okay, no. France had the shock there. I don't know about that shock call, though. Oh, they actually shock-redded Liberia in first place. And they didn't get the ring off on to Team Japan. I don't know about that shock call, but it's definitely something. Oh, and triple reds for them. That's only going to be 1, though, onto Lom DR. Oh, they actually got chain chomped in first place. It's going to be very close here. There's so little time in between first and last place. Golden triple shrooms for Starlo is not bad. We see a lot of Japan holding down the mid spots. We see France cut up into first place, but they might have been outlined. Oh no, they get hit. Can Starlo infiltrate? Oh, he actually gets backed. His teammate. And Japan get 2, 3, 4. Oh, actually, Waze, Bill's up. Might actually save their war here. Might save their World Cup, infiltrating into that 3rd or 4th place. It's not over yet. Not over yet for France, but it's getting pretty dire. That is a pretty much tied race. Yeah, they're down 68. They need 2 miracles back-to-back if they want to win the World Cup, and it's looking almost impossible. But all I need is 1 good shock. All I need is a dominant front presence, and they could do it. But I don't think that shock was the play there. They used it when a lot of the opposing team was on the glider, and they didn't have much ammo after their dodges. So they ended up, making it close, but it just wasn't good enough. And Japan ended up getting a bunch of the mid spots through a good recovery. I would have liked to see them hold that maybe for a first set. Sure, maybe it's unpredictable there, but at some point you got to wonder, do you have the ammunition to get into the front spots? And I just don't think they did in that instance. And maybe they just let Liberia go in first place and try to get all the spots behind him. But maybe the thought process was they needed a big race, and so they had to try something out of the ordinary. It just didn't work out this time. But DK pass now for the second to last race. If they don't get a huge race on Japan, they will lose the World Cup final. It's been very close so far. This is the biggest lead either team has had. And it comes in game 3. Starlo does shroom up Takes only a first place box, though. Might be able to trail out Bakuton, though, with mushrooms. But he actually takes a slow cut. Pop-off is up here, though.
J'ai un build, j'ai.
Going for the second place box, trying to pull something to either take out Bakuton or Shroom up. He pulls neither. Pop off, though. Does have another mushroom. 2, 3, 4 for France. Oh, but he snipes his own teammate.
Il en met.
That's not good at all, and he trails his own teammate as well. Now, France do have first, though. Oh, he slow horns his teammate, too. Okay, no, that actually avoids Lom DR just barely.
Je build Golden Shell. Ça y est, je.
Starlo opting
Je code derrière vous.
to Schlag and get to the back. Bill coming up for Team France. They have 4 of top 5 at the moment with a big breakaway over 6th place. This could be huge for them. Golden Mega for Starlo. He's only going to be able to get 1 item box, and that's what he's going to opt to do. He's not going to try and catch up. Purple doesn't have the shock just yet, but he might pull it soon.
Vas-y, serré, serré.
Japan are building up, potentially in the extension. No, they're going to get dropped off early,
Je suis mort.
but they own a lot of those mid spots at the moment. Japan also having a lot of the back spots to potentially pull shock, but Starlo pulls it. He has it, and he's going to be able to use this for his team very nicely. One of them backs out. They have top 3 do Japan. They use the star. They have to hold it. Oh, but they dodge 2 of Japan. That's going to be absolutely tragic for them. I don't know if they can come back enough here at the end, but it's going to be close. Do they have enough here to get a big race? Oh, he squishes his own teammate.
Bah bon, il fait un. Bon.
Yeah, Japan are going to win the World Cup.
Mais attends, mais.
They definitely
Il a d'autres gens.
could have waited on the dodges, decided they needed to use it early to try and catch up at the end, but it's not going to be enough. Gets them an actual horrible race. And Japan have won
Après, on a perdu.
the Mario Kart World Cup. Game 3 domination from them. Well done. I mean, it's deserved. They had an incredible Game 3 here. They didn't let the moment get too big for them. They counteracted France's shocks very nicely. And they dominated the front for the most part as well. Especially towards the ends of lap 2. And that was enough to make the difference. Well done to Japan. I wonder how they're feeling right now. Let's actually take a look. Are they celebrating?
ワールドカップ。
Sounds more like relief than a celebration, but
OK、OK、大丈夫。
let's hear their reaction.
勝ってる勝ってる
大会気持ちいい。ナイス。
Yeah, it does sound a lot more like relief than celebration. But
優勝だ
it's a pressure lifted off their shoulders for sure.
二次国か
I'm guessing they've kind of relieved as the game went on because of how, you know, how much of a lead they've had. But that's insane. I mean,
二次やね
the purple play on Drybone's Burnout to back out and hold off on using the shock was definitely the play of the World Cup final. I thought it was the hammers from a ways
ワールドカップ
take out the only Japan member, give them that game 2, but instead, coming down to game 3, that was the play that really did it for Japan. And they are going to win off the back of that and their incredible plays to counteract France's shocks.
やばい。
They just did an incredible job. I mean, hats off to them. They've obviously on paper they were the better team, but it was what in the world are they doing?
おいおい
A victory lap on an intermission. Why not?
締めがさ
They don't know that Japan are cracked at
録画し
these.
た録画した録画した
They're gonna get absolutely smoked.
そういう格好。
Look, they're gonna do Snowzan, I think. Oh my gosh, they're gonna go for Snowzan. And they're going to Cheap Cheap Falls. Oh my gosh.
FFA だこれ。
いやーもうこれあれやん、ウィニングドライブやん、もうこれ。も
But I mean, it's just
もうみんな木野さんでしょうねこれ。
kind of what we expected, to be honest. I think coming into the World Cup, people thought France and Japan would once again dominate, just like they did in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. And while it wasn't a domination, Spain and the USA both had great chances to get themselves into the World Cup final. They ended up both being here once again. And we see Japan,
テーブル任せて、テーブル任せて、テーブル任せて。
just like they have in many previous World Cups, take it handily, just with their incredible individual skill and overall wonderful teamwork as well, and just incredible individual plays all around. I think the biggest takeaway from this war was just
テーブル任せて、テーブル任せて。
the pure brains on the side of Japan. They really calculated everything to perfection. They were not afraid of France having shock ever. Whenever they had it, they covered extremely well, and in spots where it would hurt them the most. And they were essentially forced to use it in those spots, or otherwise they would get a bad race regardless. France, on the other hand, just didn't end up using shocks enough to their abilities, I would say. I think they had much better shocks in them, but the pressure to get that big comeback at the end ended up costing them, forcing them to try and go for plays they normally wouldn't. And maybe they should have just stuck to it, stuck to what they know. But that shock on Gyrodunces burnout especially really took them out of it, because mentally that's got to be draining, knowing that the other team just outsmarted you so easily and gave them such a huge race off of that, especially on your track pick. So, I mean, it's been a great journey to watch it go down, but this World Cup is now officially coming to an end, with the final track being Cheap Cheap Falls, the best track in the game, of course. Let's see if Japan can get a huge race here, just for shits and giggles. Kusan's gonna shroom up, have a shroom. Oasis in first, but oh! Kusan recognizing the back was coming, avoids it quite nicely. Oh, he's got target camping though. Does Kusan make this? Oh, he gets backed instead. Oh, I think Waze actually failed the Valor just has a golden furs. Alright. Well, Japan officially now in the World Cup with over 530 points, I think, to their name. A huge win in Game 3 over France. And that is going to be the World Cup. 530 to 434 because of that track pick. So almost an 100-point win in Game 3. Well done. Well done. It's kind of what most people expected, I would say. Japan to win the World Cup. They just had so much talent, and it ended up being overwhelming for everyone else. What's crazy is Spain was actually closer to beating Japan than France were, but they faced off in the semifinals, and who knows, if Spain wins, maybe France end up winning the World Cup after all, so very, very close overall. And maybe, who knows, if the USA won, since we beat them in the group stage, we might have had a better chance than France did. A lot of crazy parallel universes that could happen, but it's we are living in this one where Japan dominate Game 3. But that was a great World Cup to watch. I hope you guys enjoyed it as well. I will see you guys later. I'll probably be streaming later today some ranked, but yeah, see you guys next time. Have a good one.